It's the Joe Show. It's the Joe Show. It's the Joe Show. It's the Joe Show. On a sick one. On a sick one.
On a sick one.
On a sick one.
On a sick one.
On a sick one. On a sick one. And we are back with episode 9 of the Onasickone podcast. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I am extremely excited for tonight and today and having the guests that we have with us today. We're going to dive right into it. But before we do that, if you've noticed, there's somebody missing from the party right now. And it is sad. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's really making me sad. And before we talk about that, actually, fuck that, okay? We're not going to talk about him yet. What we're going to talk about right now is the fact that my boy, make some fucking noise for this man, came down from Canada. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. Just fucking got here an hour ago. Everybody make some fucking noise for my boy, the Canadian Slayer, Jesse Ryan, in the motherfucking building today. Wow.
Snap applause.
Dude, how the fuck are you? How are you feeling? Where are you? What are you doing?
We are on your podcast, Reno. Super psyched to be here. I remember we talked about it a few times, and I was going to fly down in the wintertime or something, go snowboarding, whatever, but just worked out that we got to jump in on this one. Just got out of the truck, basically, rode here. So,
How many hours was it?
From our home, it's like 16 hours. It's not
16.
It's not so bad. We're used to 20 plus.
Right.
We've been on the road since October, like literally steady. So,
and you know, obviously coming down here and doing the podcast was definitely a huge thing. I love when things work out like that, and sometimes it just works out like that. And so for that to just come together, but you're on a fun trip right now. Like, right, you're here for fun. Right?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we got the brawl coming up,
right? Correct.
But, yeah,
Vegas.
This weekend is going to be sick. We're going to be on a sick one all weekend.
We are going to be on a sick one. We are already right here in the building right now, already on a sick one. Hey, salute, my boy.
Cheers.
I'm so fucking excited to have you here.
Me too. Thanks for having me.
Drove down from Canada, 16 hours, already on a sick one, hops out of the vehicle, jumps on the hogs with us, rip over here, and here we are.
Here we are.
And I'm not going to lie, I'm really happy right now. I am really fucking happy right now. But one thing that I'm not too happy about, and we just were about to get into it, was my co-host, full-time, never part-time Tony, isn't here right now. And there's multiple reasons. He likes to say right now that I am the reason that it got a little fucked off. And the reason for that is because
you've been on a sick one.
I've been on a sick one, and my communication skills were lacking. And sometimes, like I said, it'd be like that. So basically, we lined this podcast up. You were coming from Canada. We didn't know if we were going to fucking get you here on time.
Yeah, I mean, I said I'd be here, but, you know, things happen.
I didn't want to apply too much pressure
Things
to you
happen. No, I said I was coming. We were coming.
And you nailed
it. We made
so
it.
Today, I didn't talk to Tony one time, and he was supposed to have a flight at 1:30, and he canceled that shit. And now I feel wicked bad. So full-time, never part-time, Tony's not here. So what we're going to do is I'd really, really, really love to bring him in just for, you know.
I think we should.
I think that's the honorable thing to do. Also, you know, his father, he told me they just found out he's got to have a pretty serious surgery. So you know what, dude? Everything happens for a reason, in my opinion. And he's going to be there for his pops to go through that surgery and shit. So, excuse me. I think it worked out. I think it worked out well. So let's get him on the horn here.
Ring him up.
Full-time, never part-time Tony. And you haven't met Tony yet.
I've never met Tony, so I was pretty excited. I didn't know, honestly, that he wasn't going to be here until we basically got here.
Damn, that's crazy.
He dropped the bomb on me.
Full-time, never part-time Tony. We are FaceTiming him now. I told him to be ready. Let's see if he drops the ball.
Did you hit record?
I did.
All right.
I did. Cheers again. Jesse Ryan in the motherfucking building.
Cheers.
Canada is in the house. I told full-time Tony 4 times not to not answer the phone. He's probably fucking with me right now. He's probably just not answering it because he's trying to fuck with me right now. And I'm telling you, everybody that's listening right now, if he doesn't answer this call, there he is. I was just motherfucking you on the podcast, my boy. Everybody welcome in my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, full-time, never part-time Tony is on the FaceTime. He's in the building. Tony, how are you this evening? We really miss you. Jesse really wanted to meet you, so say hello.
I'm bummed you're not here, dude. But at least
Hi,
you're
Jesse.
here.
How we doing, brother? Sorry I'm not there.
It's all good.
My apologies.
So, yeah, full-time, you're not here. I was just explaining that we're pretty bummed about it, but Everything happens for a reason. Pop's got a little surgery going on. You need to be home. But yeah, would you say that it was my fault that you're not here, or whose fault is that?
I don't like to blame anyone but myself when anything goes wrong. So, but if we're gonna do faults, I'm gonna say it's 60% you, 40% me.
I'm cool with 60-40.
He's like, damn, that's
60-40 is chill. Really, it's no one's fault. Honestly, there's a lot of things that were out of everyone's control.
A lot of variables.
Yeah, a lot of variables that kind of just all were different things for different places. Obviously, we wanted to do the podcast this week because of Tahoe Shit Show and the fact that you have so many of the best riders in the world coming to Reno, Tahoe for Street Vibration. So I completely understood why we needed to do the podcast this week. It was just like one thing after another was telling me like, yo, maybe you shouldn't go to this podcast. And it has nothing to do with Joe. Had nothing to do with Joe. It really had to do with a bunch of things that I had going on and the way that I felt about it. Like even to the point where I was driving my car to the airport and the parking lot to park your car at overnight was closed. And I was like, I can't.
That was sign number 45, huh?
Red flag.
Yeah, it was just like, it was nuts. And that parking lot can fit like thousands of cars. So I was like, all right, this isn't meant to be.
Well, like we said, some things aren't meant to be, and you're not here. But guess what? When it's the Onasickone podcast, it's the Joe Show. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And that's why he's on FaceTime right now. And that's why he is here. You are here right now. It's an interesting episode as well. You're not here. And also, we're not doing a comedy show prior or this weekend. You know, there should be one, tomorrow or something. Jesse and our boy Shawn Miller, love you, Miller, both mentioned that it was kind of a bummer deal that we're not getting to do the comedy show. However, like you had mentioned, full-time, never part-time, Tony, that the Tahoe Shit Show is this weekend. And like you said, we have some of the best riders in the fucking world coming to ride hogs and hog out.
I guess that's kind of like a win some, you lose some. You don't get to see the comedy show, but Tahoe Shit Show is probably going to be.
Sometimes you get the peanut butter and jelly sandwich with awesome jelly, great fucking peanut butter, and awesome soft white bread. Other times, you're out of jelly.
Yeah.
Other times, you have a peanut butter and banana sandwich. Sometimes you eat a fucking peanut butter and syrup sandwich.
You can't
and for the
always
real ones, especially the Canadians, I know you guys fucking slurk that shit out of the fucking trees. I know you probably got a fucking little slurk of fucking maple syrup in your pocket right now, Jesse.
That's why I slicked his hair back.
That's not racist. What's it called when you like talk shitty to some? It's not racism, but it's like when you talk shitty about somebody in their country, like stereotypes and shit on their country. Like you just like maple syrup running through your veins right now. That's fucked up.
But who doesn't like maple syrup? You know?
Do you like maple syrup?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
Everybody loves maple syrup.
Yeah.
So like I said, sometimes you don't get the sandwich that you want, but sometimes it's the sandwich that you need and that you get, and you got to be fucking thankful for it.
Yeah. You don't always get the crust cut off, you know?
You don't always get the Uncrustable.
Yeah. Those are unreal.
Episode none of them on One Sick One podcast. Full-time Tony's here. We got Jesse here. Jesse, Tahoe Shit Show. Have you ever heard or seen any photos or videos or anything from this event that we're about to throw down on?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
You've seen like the through the trees wheelies and the fucking lap around the lake and all the sick shit?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was when I heard it was kind of a possibility, I like amped it up to the whole crew that we're with. Like, I think we should go to this. And I was pretty stoked that they were right on board. Like, yeah, let's make it happen. Because I have seen so much footage of, Tallboy and the cars drifting. And yeah, the lap around the lake, like, ripping on the bridge there, I think, is up the lake. And yeah, through the trees and stuff. So I'm pretty hyped.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm so hyped. This weekend's going to be fucked in the best way. So Friday, tomorrow, we're going to do some stunt shows. I think we're going to squeeze you in on those.
Yeah. I told Jeff I'd just hop in for fun.
Shout out to Jay Brew real quick. We fucking love you sick fuck.
Yeah, I love Jay Brew.
Yeah, Jay Brew's really coordinating, organizing this along with Josh Root. Josh, we love you. The creator and founder of Tahoe Shit Show. This weekend's a little different than how we normally do it. The Tahoe Biltmore just shut down. So where you saw the cars at, Jason Pullen was out here last year. Tall guy was out here. We just had a sick ass crew last year as well. Breaker boys were out here, Benny, Sideways, all the boys were out here. It was sick.
Mm-hmm.
But the Biltmore up there in Tahoe shut down. And that's a bummer deal. So we were really scrambling to try to figure out where we're going to do this shit at. And so shout out to Carson Harley Davidson, Battleborn HD, allowing us to basically take our shit show and bring it to them. And when you want the circus, you're going to get the fucking circus. And dude, so many great additions coming out here. Obviously, we have you, we have Miller, we have your other boys that came out here. Sea Bear's coming, Tall Guy's already here. And that's just to name a few of the souls that are coming out here to shred with us. So being your first Tahoe shit show, and you're with Joe, and you're already on a sick one.
Yeah. Love hanging with Joe.
What's your where are you at right now? What are you fucking feeling? What are you thinking?
Hard question. Feeling a lot of emotions.
Running through my body.
If you couldn't tell. No, I'm super hyped. I remember when I drove through here from CJ's place, whenever that was, like,
that wasn't too long ago.
Not too long ago. I was just looking around like, holy shit, like this place is beautiful. Like every other corner I come around, I'm like, man, I want to camp there and check that out. Like cool little waterfalls, cool stuff. So I'm pretty stoked to go for a rip around the lake and obviously, you know, hanging with Tall Boy, Sea Bear, Shawn, you, J Brew, you know, Baby T, like some of my favorite people to hang out and ride with. So pretty hyped on that.
For me, and I almost just started fucking crying. This year for me has honestly been just outstanding. How blessed I've been and where I've been able to go and the shows I've been able to do with the people I've been able to do it with. Truly, truly blessed. And if you know, you know, everybody's such good folks, such a great group of motherfuckers, extremely talented people, but also very awesome people in themselves. Not all of them, but most of them. Most of them.
Yeah.
Full time. I think you could throw your bit in here, and my arm's fucking numb, so I'm probably not going to hold on to you too much longer here. So real quick, I mean, you've got to meet and been introduced to a lot of the sickos, not just in the Harley stunt world or in the street bike stunt world, but also BMX Pro. Shout out Hobie Doan. You've met some really cool people, and you can concur with that, no?
Yeah, no, I would say that I've met the dopest of the dopest people through Joe Sigourney.
Don't ever say my last name like that again. I will stab you in the fucking
Sound like
neck.
you said Joe so horny.
No, he did. He just
Joe
fucked with me.
so horny. Oh my god, I've never thought about that.
We haven't thought about that, dude. That's why.
Hey, hell yeah.
Lincoln Build, baby. Lincoln Build.
Write that one down.
So yeah, no, thank you, Tony. But yeah, that was like a crazy compliment, Tone.
No, honestly, dude, I was thinking about, you know, me and Joe had a little heart-to-heart today, and honestly just made our relationship that much stronger. And I was just thinking about how grateful I am for the relationship that I had with you and how dope the podcast has been and the fact that I've been able to meet so many dope mates, so many dope people from across the world now at this point.
Yeah.
And we got people from different countries. We heard the craziest stories. And we're building the dopest extreme sports podcast, I think, in the country right now. And so it's just interesting to see, especially in the motorcycle stunt scene, all these guys, you know, come up next, right? It's like, it feels, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like we're, you know, that's the stunt motorcycle scene's like on the brink of hitting the next level to the point where maybe there's a TV contract happening, kind of like what happened with Supercross and X Games, right?
Yeah,
I can definitely see that happening. And the fact that we are doing, you know, one of the first podcasts in the arena is groundbreaking.
Thank you. I agree. I appreciate you so much. Super fat shout out to you, Tony, and to Culture and Cannabis. I love you guys so much. They sponsor there, the parent of this podcast. Wouldn't be possible without them. Also, a huge shout out to Lifestyle Studios. We got Jay here making it happen. But no, dude, you're absolutely correct. It's insane. This was 'twas all a dream, just like the sign that's behind me. This was one of my dreams. This is one of the things that I really, truly wanted to do. And obviously, hyping up the motorcycle community that's my thing. I really love motorcycles, and the community that I've been able to be associated with. And dude, insane. 5 years ago, me and Rebel Dean bought Harleys. 5 years ago, if you would have told me that I would be sitting here right now with Jesse Ryan with my own podcast and having all the sickos that are coming into town, I told you to get fucked. I wouldn't believe you.
Top 3 MC in the country, maybe the world.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like to consider myself a pretty dope MC.
Oh,
you're
100%.
gonna get it.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing, Jesse. You know what? I don't like to toot my horn. Honk, honk.
Hey, you can let me toot it for you right now.
Yeah, go
if you
ahead,
want.
dude. Give me some.
I was about to add.
Fill my head with air.
I want to
please.
add to the pile.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just like the amount of crazy shows that we've done together already this year that were kind of not even planned. You know, like all of a sudden, I'm there, you're there, I'm in the show, you're MCing the show. Sacramento, that show was really sick. Mexico.
Fuck.
Fuck.
That
yeah.
was nuts.
That was nuts. But yeah, it's just like you're just definitely the hype man. Like, remember I saw you on the sidelines of the brawl and you're just like giving her, and I came up to you before my second run. I was like, you got to do that again. Like that got me fired up. Like
It gets the people going.
Yeah.
Hype your friends up. Thank you, Jesse. Yeah. That honestly, the first time you told me that, it was sick. Especially Sac. I think we really did some dope shit as me as an announcer guy running around like a fucking psychopath, and then you as a rider. Like there's some shots, there's some photos, there's some different shit that were just so epic, so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Truly a blessing.
Yeah.
Full time, do you have anything to close out with? Because my arm's numb, but I'm glad we brought you in here.
Yeah, I'm
we
happy
love you
I was
so
able
much.
to make it on this podcast, to continue my streak on this podcast. I promise the viewers that I will be back for the next one. No ands, if, buts about it. I'm really excited for you guys for this weekend. I'm really sad I wasn't able to be up there this weekend, but you guys are all going to fucking kill it. Tyler Shit Show. Shout out J Brew. I know he's been doing a lot. I'm really excited. I'm really pumped that Culture in Canvas got sponsored as well. So,
yep.
A lot of things on the horizon. I'll see you guys next. Joe, I'll be seeing you next week for the comedy.
Oh, you're coming to the comedy show next week? Of course you are.
What'd you say?
You're coming to the comedy show next week?
Of course, dude. That's
Can't miss
ironclad.
that shit. Thank you, Tony. Everybody make some fucking noise one time for my boy. Full time, never fucking part time, Tony.
Yeah,
You haven't
Tony.
missed an episode. You are 9 for 9, my boy. Technically, we aired you in on this one, but I'm glad that we did that. Love you to death, dude. Peace and love. Adios, amigo. Deuces. Wow. In the spirit of, dude, that was great.
I'm glad
Sick.
we
I'm glad
did
we did that.
Yep. Heck
In the spirit of full time, never part time, Tony, in the spirit of being on a Sick One podcast, I don't know if you're down to crack a freshie and chug it on his behalf.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that pretty fresh, or do you want to crack a freshie?
I need a fresh
You need
one.
to crack a freshie.
Yeah.
If you're listening right now, I don't know where you at. I don't know if you're at work. I don't know if you're on a Sick One on the weekend. I don't know if you're sitting at your house with your kids and they're listening to this episode, which if they are, you are a radical parent, and we appreciate you.
100%.
Because whether you're a child or an adult or an old person, we appreciate the listener. You know?
I love the sound. The sound. It's a good sound.
Me too. Dude, cracking a cold one with you on the podcast. If you're listening right now and you just cracked a cold one, we appreciate you guys. This one right here, though, this slurk real fast, and I'm going to go for it.
You going the whole way?
I'm going all the way.
Okay, I'll try.
This is for full-time, never part-time, Tony, and then we're just getting started on episode 9 of the Onasickone podcast with Jesse Ryan. So cheers, my boy.
Cheers.
Cheers, full-time. We're all really cricket. You know what I mean? I think that should be their slogan. Oh yeah, I love it when Jesse does this thing where you fucking if you're listening on Spotify right now, he just holds the can all tough and just number one all straight faced. No, that was great. Cheers, thank you for doing that. I want to dive into a couple more things. Canadian Slayer, you live on an island?
Yeah, Vancouver Island, city called Nanaimo.
Nanaimo. So when I read it, dude, you had sent it to me in a text, and I was like, Nanaimo. And I said it fucking perfectly because I'm smart.
Yeah, a lot of people don't say it perfectly.
So you had to take a ferry to get over to the big chunk of Canada.
Yeah.
Because Canada is fucking massive.
It's huge.
What the fuck?
But yeah, super far west coast. Vancouver Island, Nanaimo, ferry to Vancouver. The ferry's a joke.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean,
You're just over it?
I've been over it for a long time. Ask anybody that lives on the island or near the island. Fuck BC ferries.
You know what I'll say? You're the one that's living on a fucking island.
Hey, I know.
Maybe you should hype him up a little bit. Maybe you should give him
Who?
a little pat on the butt.
Who? BC ferries? Fuck that. If anybody from
Fuck
BC
you,
ferries
BC.
is watching here, fuck them.
Really? It's that bad?
No, they got some cool employees. They got some cool employees, but anybody
Not fuck all of them, but most of them.
anybody that BC ferries just sucks. It's a huge ripoff. You know, some of the smaller islands.
How much did it cost you guys to jump on the ferry?
It was like $170 this morning or yesterday morning.
Yo, for real? That's insanity.
How much? I think Brett and Krista, I think theirs was like 3 something.
Yeah, because they had the rig.
340.
Shout out to Jeff and Chrissy and his family. They're at the house right now. I'm so glad they're here. But they had to put that big fucking
$340 for a one way.
Ooh.
So it's gonna be that much on the way back.
Damn, dude.
And it's like we live there. We don't get a discount. We don't get one way free or something. You know what I mean? It's just they bend you over.
Yeah, they bend you over. And so anybody that's listening, the ratio to Canadian coin and
It's terrible.
American coin, what's the fucking value there? What a dollar American is what Canadian?
I think it's like 70 something cents. Yeah, it's pretty bad right now. Real bad.
No shit. So like they're not equal.
Not even close. No.
So if you buy a 110 in Canada and you're paying fucking through the teeth for it, even more so than the Americans that are getting slayed out here for 110s and shit.
I mean, it's kind of, our dollar's worse. You know, if I come down here and I get some American money and I spend it, it's no different. But if I like use my card all the time, and it's converting every time I use my card, like it's bad.
No shit.
It's real bad. Yeah, you look on your bank statement and you're like, holy shit, that, $20 meal was way more. It's just, it sucks, but it's whatever.
Well, dude, you know what? I love my fucking amigos to the north. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You guys are great.
No, it's good. It's a good place to live.
It's fucking interesting, and I appreciate making the 16-hour trek here. Wow, that's powerful. Brawl fucking next weekend. Go, drop down south, hit Vegas.
Yeah, I'm excited.
What a pit stop, though.
Very sick. Oh, yeah, sickest pit stop. What were we going to do originally? Something, I don't know. I don't even remember. That's how cool
fucking fuck that stupid plan was.
Yeah.
So thankful you guys didn't do that. You guys are here. So I want to get into it a little bit too. The first time I saw you on your hog, you came out of left field. I would like to think that I know a very large group of riders worldwide. Like I'm very familiar. I do my homework. I know riders from all over the world. Mm-hmm. And what's so sick about you is you just came out of left field and I was just like, who the fuck is that guy? And I don't remember which one of the homies it was, but they were like, oh, dude, that's the Canadian Slayer. That's Jesse Ryan. And I was just so blown away. I was super impressed by the way you were riding and shit.
Where was it? I don't remember the first.
It was a brawl.
Brawl, yeah.
Salt Lake?
No, it wasn't at that one.
Fucking.
Were you at Vegas? Last year? No.
Utah? No, because I just said Salt Lake. Fuck, it was definitely at a brawl. And you just came out. I was just like, yo, who is this? How did that all happen? Because you know what's crazy is I didn't know of you, but everybody else seemed to have known of you. So how did you pop onto the scene so heavy?
Well, so I'll go way back. I think it was 2018.
Yeah.
I just kind of started stunt riding. Just got a Harley, whatever, started stunt riding. Did a trip with Miller and D-Boy.
Fucking Miller's been there the whole fucking
Low side
time,
and Grandpa.
Dude.
We came to Vegas and we knew of, Wyatt Carnell, Shout out Wyatt.
Shout out Wyatt. Wyatt's a sicko.
Yeah. And, Dusty Diesel. And,
love Dusty.
And Seabear. They were doing a show at Red Rocks. And so we drove down and we were going to go trip on our Harley.
And you didn't know him at that point?
No, we'd never met him, but followed them obviously. And we watched them do a show at Red Rock. And then we kind of hung out after and we were fanboying, hey, can we come hang out with you guys or whatever? And we go to hang out at Jeff's house and they're cool. They could kind of tell oh, these guys are
shredders.
No, we were squids. We sucked.
Oh, no way. At this point in 2018, you guys are fucking.
No, I don't even think I knew how to foot
Joe
brake.
Comedy style on the hogs.
I don't even think I knew how to. I don't think I even knew how to foot brake then. Could wheelies?
No fucking way.
So we leave the parking lot. Shawn does a roll and burnout, washes the front end out, crashes right in front of all these dudes that we think are superstars. And he's, nothing. He picks his bike back up, keeps going. We start ripping towards Jeff's house, and we're standing in our seats doing seat standers. They're out the window.
Those are the first thing the squids learn.
Yes, dude. They're out the window.
I can do those.
They're out his truck window, filming, oh shit, they're freaking out.
What were you riding at that point?
Same exact bike I have.
And you're on same one now?
Same bike I have now.
Same sporty?
He had a Dyna.
Dyna.
Yeah, an old clapper, a 99 or something. I don't know. But yeah, so they're like, holy shit, these guys are squids, but like this is like we
They're
gotta
getting
get this
after
on
it.
camera. So we go to his house, it's cool. They were super nice, whatever. We all hung out. Then we worked on Wyatt's bike or something, whatever, left. And then we did our little trip, and then I went home and I just practiced like every single day. I bought a Grom.
You were in it.
Yeah, I brought a Grom, and it was like, I don't know what exactly it would be in Fahrenheit. In Celsius, for anybody Canadian watching
Yeah, oh
this.
my God.
Anybody
this
else,
is such a cool
for
fucking
anybody
angle.
else in the world watching this,
Dude,
Celsius.
Dude, I had no idea.
It was like -4,
They're like 111
-5.
degrees Celsius. I'm like, what the fuck? is
January, February, March, just freeze my ass off on my Grom with a little speaker on, just like learning how to foot brake and whatever. Practice super hard for the whole year. And then
that? Time out.
what?
I'm sorry. I hate cutting people off. Most guys that go to street bikes or go to Harleys have a tremendous amount of experience a lot of the time on dirt bikes.
Yeah. I grew
Right?
up racing. dirt bikes.
Or guys get super dope. Oh, you did.
Yes,
Okay, we're gonna
yes.
definitely tap into that. But you were racing dirt bikes, but you weren't wheeling your dirt bike that much because you learned how to foot brake. You
Exactly.
learned how to fucking foot brake on a hog or
Yeah,
on the
on the
Grom,
Grom.
on the Grom, and then on the hog.
Yeah.
Most guys have racing backgrounds,
Yes.
or
I do.
they're street bike guys that dive over into the Harley world.
Mhm.
For you to be 2018 and not even know how to wheelie a hog,
Yeah.
and then till now, you just won a fucking brawl, my boy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Like, dude, can we fucking make some noise for my guy one time? That, dude, what the fuck? Fucked. Because dude, I'm so proud of you.
Thanks,
Dude,
dude.
I was super fucking proud of you. I wish I could have been there.
Thanks,
Fuck, I'm an
dude.
idiot. I'm a stupid fucking idiot.
That's okay.
But
thinking
no,
about
that
you.
was absolutely crazy. So that progression right there from 18 to 22 is absolutely unreal.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely fucking unreal. Also, real quick, first people that you kind of linked with in the scene, Wyatt, Bear, Dusty,
I know.
fucking dude, that's crazy.
And they were cool. Like, they followed back on Instagram, and I'd talk to them a little bit.
You
and
were pretty
whatever.
inspired at that point.
For sure. I remember seeing videos of those dudes and other people like scraping their fender in their Harley, and I was like, and I couldn't even get the front end up barely, and I was like, dude, I'll probably never be like. I thought scraping my fender was like. I thought scraping my fender was the craziest thing in the world. Like I said to myself, I remember thinking it. I'll never be able to scrape my fender. Like that is the craziest thing ever. Scrape your fender on a Harley, like what the fuck? And then fast forward now, I just won the brawl, so it's pretty mind blowing,
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is what it is all about, man. That is, if you put your mind to something and you want something, my man right here, Jesse Ryan, who I am a fucking huge fan and friend of, and super thankful to know, is proof that if you fucking put in the time and you put in the work, you too probably won't go 4 years and then win the brawl. Ever. You never fucking will. But it is a testament to yourself. You also shit on the American boys, which is kind of fucked. Which also like just adds this sick ass angle. It's like obtuse. Wait, obtuse is this way. So
Yeah.
it's like this obtuse angle. It's not a cute or 90, you know? But if you put in the work, you can get to where you want to be. It's same thing for me. I wanted a podcast. I want to do comedy. I want to like that. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Find your niche. Find what you love. Be inspired. Meet dope people and get after it. Get up, get out, get active, and go out there and be yourself. And if you're being yourself, you're being somebody. Now you, at this point,
I just want to give.
I'm so flabbergasted.
I gotta say one thing real quick.
Yes, go.
2 little things.
Go.
I want to give a big shout out to C-Bear because he was the dude that actually got me invited to the first brawl I did in
What was the first brawl?
2019 Vegas.
Yeah.
So, and I did decent.
Were you ready?
I don't know.
What was your trick list? Were you hand dragging at that point?
I could hand drag.
So in a year, you learned how to hand
No,
drag.
in a year. So that was the thing. Like, he saw me on Instagram and he started shouting me out and stuff because in a year I was throttle hand dragging, no handers, hand dragging, like combos and stuff. And so he was like, what the hell? Like, you're crushing it. So that's why he was like, I'll get you
impressed.
invited. So I would never, not never, but like, I wouldn't have got invited that soon probably if it wasn't for him.
Wow.
So big shout out to him. But yeah, like,
What was that 2-piece? You had a 2-piece there. What was the
yeah,
other thing?
honestly, I kind of lost a second one
Fuck.
now.
Well, now that we're talking about Bear, dude, also huge shout out to C-Bear, dude. Like, that guy was just a fucking thing. He was an entity on the internet.
Mhm.
And before I, jerk C-Bear off, I want to definitely talk about why I even know him and why I even get to travel the country. And he introduces people to me. Like when I meet people with him, this is my announcer, Joe Comedy. Like, do you know how fucking crazy that is? That's fucking legendary. I'm so proud of myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, dude? I'll nut right now. But it's a little bit emotional. I'm not going to lie to you, Jess. And I know that this is a big thing for you too, for the whole scene, for the whole industry. I met C-Bear because of CJ Barham.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know, right now, CJ Barham is in a Mexican prison.
Yeah, it's fucking rough, dude.
And it is absolutely mind-blowing. I got to talk to him. I got to talk to him.
No way. That's unreal.
Yep. I think I'm one of the only homies that has got to talk to him. Do you know fucking, I could cry right now. Do you know how legendary that is that he wanted to talk to me?
Yeah.
You know, a testament to our friendship. And I used to fucking hate you, CJ. I fucking hated you. I thought you were a fucking cool guy. I thought that you were a dick. And if you know me, I am a huge, I hate cool guys. I think that shit is so whack. But he was a cool guy. Anyways, met him. We linked. We built. And he and Tallboy really put me on the map and gave me the opportunity to meet different people and to get to do what I love, bro. If it wasn't for CJ Barham, bro, I would not know C-Bear. There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
And he vouched for me for the first show that I got to do with CJ Barham, C-Bear, and East Coastin' boys. Shout out, huge shout out East Coastin'.
That's a stack lineup.
What's up, Gabriel? What's up, Sal? What's up, Joey Wells? Fuck you, Joey Wells. All the homies at East Coastin'. So to get vouched for that, I was on a flight and CJ was like, yo, you need to use my announcer, you know? And Bear's like, who the fuck is this kid? And he was also hyping me up because he had seen that I was working with these guys and doing dope shit and doing shows. So I flew out to Mitchell 2 years ago and did my first show with Bear and the East Coast Boys and CJ because CJ plugged me with that. And I remember on the way there, I was fucking nervous, dude. I'm not even riding hogs. I'm just on a microphone. But it was a lot of pressure to do well.
Yeah.
And to represent those guys and to fucking not get hit in the pit, which I'm extremely good at.
Yeah, I know. You're always right in the mix.
Dude.
Like, people are whizzing by and you're just like, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So same type of feeling though, same type of vibe, just like immediately just got like tapped the fuck in.
Yeah.
And that's a rarity. So free CJ Barham.
Heck yeah.
Love
Free
you, bro. And
Love CJ.
And
I had a
also
dream about CJ.
Huge shout out
day.
to C-Bear. Did you?
I had a dream. It was like 3 nights ago. He was like just fresh out of jail. He was still wearing the same shirt, a little bruised up, a little dirty. I gave him a big hug. I could feel his ribs are broken. I was just like, oh, like hit me. You know, it's kind of weird, but yeah, just a dream.
To put it in perspective for you, listen to me. Where he is right now is one of the top 4 or 5 worst prisons in the world.
Yeah, I've seen the show on YouTube.
One of the things that I was, dude, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was scared for his life when he first went there.
Yeah.
I thought there's no way that he is going to make it through this false gun accusations charges. My boy is not a gun toter. Never has, never will be.
Nope.
Such a great fucking human being. And yeah, we're fucking nuts. We're gnarly. We do crazy shit. But definitely that whole thing and that happening to him, in my personal opinion, was super out of line, fucked up. And if you don't know, in Mexico, if you get caught with a weapon, it is like mandatory 4 or 5 years. It's
one of the worst things.
So he's gonna make it through the storm. I think he's gonna be out soon.
Yeah, we hope so.
Can we get
so
a fucking "We Love CJ" on 3? 1, 2, 3.
We love CJ. Hell yeah.
Can I get a free CJ on 3 on me? 1, 2, 3.
Free CJ.
Thank you. So yeah,
Free
dude.
Skeeter.
Probably one of the dopest shout-outs we've done on Onasickone podcast in 9 episodes.
Yeah.
Between C-Bear and CJ.
Yeah. CJ was one of the...
Did he cool guy you?
No.
Okay.
No. He was actually really sick. You know, he has the cool guy attitude, but he's like he's like the rock star. CJ's a rock star. But yeah, deep down he's a little sweetheart. He's a little softy. He's like, I love that dude. You know, like him and I were friends on Instagram, but because COVID, after the 2019 brawl, I was never for 2 years wasn't able to go to the States. And so so the big huge thing was we made a trip, Shawn and I, to come down here, and I sold my van, like had some money, whatever. Dude, it was such a fucking weird thing. Like you had to you couldn't drive across the border, but you could fly. So
Wow.
I shipped my bikes across the border. I flew over with my little brother, and we rented a truck.
You have a little brother?
Yeah, he's
What's his
20. Wyatt. He rips too. He does wheelies. He actually makes music. Yeah, he's
Fun fact number 245.
Yeah, he's a killer singer. He makes rad music. But yeah, anyway, we rented a fucking truck from the Seattle airport, drove up to the border, picked my bikes up, then drove to the Vegas in the rental, to the Brawl. And yeah, I talked to CJ on Instagram a whole lot, been friends on there. But then that whole weekend, we just hung out all weekend, went to a concert, hung out, went drinking, went riding, whatever, and really connected. And yeah, a little bit of that. Hanging out, CJ and I were picking up chicks. He was like, dude, he's like, I knew I loved you. He's like, I knew you're cool, but he's like, I fucking love you. You're really cool.
Man,
and so
I remember
we
first
hung
time
out
you
all
said that to
weekend.
me,
Yeah,
too.
so we had a really good time.
For different things.
Yeah, but no, the COVID thing, like 2 years we couldn't cross the border and come into the States, and then we found like a little loophole. We flew across. So I came down, did the Brawl. Shawn was building his drift car. He wasn't quite ready, so he came down like a week and a half later or something, and he had to ship his F350 Platinum across with a 24-foot enclosed trailer with a drift car in the back. Ship it across the border, fly over, get a ride back to the border, pick up his truck, drive down, and then we were down here for 3 months. We drove to Florida, went to Key West and back.
Wow.
We were in the States for like 3 months because we didn't know when we were going to be allowed back into the country, so we were like making it worth it,
Yeah.
But since October last year, so almost a full year now, I think I've probably been in Canada maybe 3.5, 4 months in total.
Yeah.
Out of the whole year. Like I've been in the States way more than I've been in Canada. So
what are the rules for Canadians coming here? Like 6 months? 6 months? You can chill here 6 months?
You can just like no visa come for 6 months, visit.
6 months, go back for how many times? How many days?
I think
week.
I think it's one
a day.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm back in Canada.
Yeah.
Peace.
Walk over, dance back across.
Yo.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is there was recently a Stinger trailer stunt show. I was fucking biting at the bit to do that show. Also had a show with Odin out there, MFG.
Yeah.
That I was supposed to do with CJ Barham. And
we did those. We took those.
You did those.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, we took those.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I was a little bit part of that whole transaction there.
Yep.
Wow.
CJ hooked me up with that too, like.
So we were supposed to do that. And the reason why I bring that up is because I am chomping at the bit to go to Canada and do a show. So if you're Canadian and you're up there and you want to fucking bring this sicko and a fucking bunch of my boys and have this guy and that guy over there.
You're allowed? You're allowed?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Joe's a good man.
No, we'll get you.
I'm not Junkyard Kenny.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not Junkyard.
I mean, Kenny, I owe you $40 for these. You can go fuck yourself. Like, you're not getting $40. You love me. I love you. It's all gravy, baby. But no, fuck yeah. JoJo's good to go.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I'm a fucking...
I want to make a point of getting you into Canada to do a show with us.
Yes, please.
With the whole crew, the whole Vanishing Ones crew, like do that.
Man.
Della crew, do that.
Yo, shout out Della crew. Shout out Vanishing Ones. I'm so glad you just mentioned that. It's going to roll me right into my next thing that I want to talk about. I just lost one of my friends.
No way.
One of my best friend's little brothers, who's also one of my fucking really, really great friends. World-renowned graffiti artist, tattoo artist. If you guys don't know, Jesse Ryan is also an amazing tattoo artist. I got my ink.
Oh, yeah, I tattooed you.
So if you don't got your Jesse Ryan tattoo.
At CJ's party. CJ's party. That was sick.
Like, I took the tattoo, too. I was like, could we just take this little one right here? Because I know you're only doing, like splash tats, Can we just, blow this thing up to, right here? And he was like, for you, Joe.
And then I free-handed the Joe. What did it say? Joe
Fly.
Joe Fly. Joe Flesh.
Oh, I'm fly. That's in my mind when I was like, yo, will you freehand Joe Fly on my arm underneath it? He was like, I don't know. And I was like, it's not your fucking arm. It's mine.
Yeah.
I want you to do it.
Do it.
And he was like, no problem. And in my mind, I'm not going to lie to you guys. It was like, oh, I'm fly, from the song. Just lost a friend, though. William Kavner, my boy Jay Kavner's little brother. Amazing, like I said, graffiti artist, tattoo artist, and his thing was, his tag was 3 a.m., 3AYEM, and his shop that he co-owns and ran with Pemex, who is also world renowned. Shout out to Pem. graffiti artist out of Oakland. Their shop and their tattoo parlors is Last Ones. Last Ones. And the reason why I bring this up, the reason why I want to talk about it is because Vanishing Ones and Last Ones to me are extremely comparable.
Mm-hmm.
Vanishing Ones, in my personal opinion, can I just speak on what it makes me think and how it makes me feel?
Yeah.
Vanishing Ones brings me back to the mindset of like last of a dying breed, like last of truly good people, truly talented people, truly loving people. And unfortunately, like this day and age and the way that things are going, it's like we're vanishing, you know? And once these kind of people are gone, or if you're a last one, the last of a dying breed, the last fucking real ones, they just have like this super comparable vibe to them.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, that's why when we were in SAC, I was hanging out at your rig and you had some hats, and I remember I looked up and I was like, I don't like asking my friends for free shit. I definitely don't. I always pay. But I was like, hey, what's that hat for?
Did you get the hat? Did you get it?
Yeah, fuck yeah. It's hanging in my garage right now.
Okay, cool. We brought more merch, so
we're definitely gonna be slanging merch.
We'll hook
you
you
know
up.
what would be sick is if you guys have a snapback or something, I'd love to rock that shit during the shows this weekend. No?
I don't
no
think
snappy
we have a
backies?
snapback. We got that jacket that I'm wearing.
What if we just
over
tattoo
there.
the little vanishing symbol on my fucking face?
I know a guy could do that.
Do you have your rig here?
No.
Oh, son of a bitch. I didn't want to ask him to bring it because I always ask Jesse to bring it, but
No, I
so
didn't bring it.
am I accurate? Do you agree and concur that the vanishing ones, last ones, that similarity there is accurate? And give me a little background on vanishing ones, please. I'd love to learn a little bit more about that.
I think you're right. Basically, I don't know if you ever heard of Lords of Gastown.
Yes.
So my good friend
Lords is sick. You know who fucks with Lords heavy?
Tyler.
Tall boy, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So my friend Nick Dean, he used to be part owner with his other friend Tyler of Lords. He used to own Lords. They're not friends anymore, whatever, blah, 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 drama. He got bought out. He started the Vanishing Ones, Nick did.
Yeah.
And so...
Oh, okay, wait. This is a breakaway, and then Vanishing Ones was created by one of the founders of Lords?
Yes. Another angle. And so, funny thing, I think it was probably...
And that's a Canadian brand, both of them.
Yep.
Okay.
2019, it probably was sometime in 2019. I had no sponsors yet. Was starting to get decent riding, whatever. 18, 19, I don't remember. But I got a message. I think I started tagging like this new Lord Stunt Division thing on Instagram. And then they followed me or whatever. They messaged me. They're like, hey, we want to sponsor you, whatever. Like, I didn't have a single sponsor yet. We can offer you this and that and this and that. And I was like, I honestly didn't really like Lords. It kind of got cheesy. Like a lot of people in our hometown wear it, and it was just kind of got real cheesy. So I wasn't really that into it. But I was like, I don't have any sponsors, so sweet. Like, yeah, I'm down. Literally the next day, my friend, this dude, random dude, Nick, messaged me and goes, hey, my name's Nick. He gave me the whole background story. I'm from Lords, whatever. I'm starting this thing called Vanishing Ones. This is what it's gonna be about. He's like, it doesn't have to be all Harleys. It's not about chicks. It's about riders and riding and motocross, flat track,
Lifestyle shit.
Yeah, like cool stuff, whatever. Stuff that I was into, and I was like, I want to be a part of that because I'd rather be a part of something from the beginning and not like be a part of Lords that's already really established and probably get forgotten about. So I was like, sorry, Lords, like I'm gonna go with this dude.
Yeah.
And then we kind of started together. And then Shawn hopped in and all of our other friends because I was like, yo, by the way, I have this sick group of friends. We all ride and help each other out. So you should kind of get all these dudes to be in the crew. And so that's kind of how it started.
Yeah. Sick
But
as fuck.
Yeah. And then we've just been, pumping it ever since. And it's starting to take off.
No, dude, it's sick to see you guys co-sign that, rep that, and work with Nick. Shout out Nick. I don't know you yet.
Nick Dean. You'll meet him. Actually, are you coming to Vegas?
Am I coming to Vegas? I don't know. Should I go?
Well, of course, yeah.
I can't. Just
Okay.
booked a stunt show.
Right.
I'd have to fly there and then fly
Are you
back
doing the stunt
on a
show with
sick one.
Kenny?
No.
No.
I'm doing a stunt show with Tallboy, Baby T,
On the
Jay
second.
Brew, and my boy Holden, his first stunt show ever.
On the second.
On the 2nd of October, it's a Sunday. So
was
I'd
gonna
have to... Jay Brew is a sick fuck. He's going to drive down to Vegas, which is about 8 hours, give or take,
Yeah.
if you're not toting trailer. He's gonna rip down there, do the brawl, and then him and our boy Germ are gonna fucking jump in the rig and just rip back, and he's gonna come do the show with us
that night.
And I get it. You know, I think he should, and I love his dedication to going out and competing. And Jay Brew is one of those guys too that, you know, obviously he loves competing. Obviously he's like you, dude. His progression is just absolutely unreal from when I first started riding with him until now. I'm super proud of Jay Brew, but
dude, he's killing it lately. Have you seen all his videos?
Yes.
His rollers,
dude. His shit's fucked.
Man.
Yes, I am extremely proud of Jeffrey. And he pushes me to do shit. He's fucked.
Yeah.
But he's gonna rip down there and do that, and I love that. But what Jeff I think really loves and appreciates is the camaraderie and the hanging out with the boys and
100%.
You know, being on the stage. Like obviously he loves that shit. So he's gonna rip down there and do that. Maybe I make a special guest appearance. I don't know how special it really is.
It's super special, but yeah, if you could do it,
it's like $98 to fly to Vegas.
Whoa. That's nothing.
So you're saying that I should be on a sick one and go Vegas and then fly out to my show?
Yeah.
Come back home and drive out to my show?
Mm-hmm. That'd be sick.
Tell me you won't.
You won't.
I'll see you in Vegas.
Hey, you won't.
I'll see you in Vegas. Hey, you know what would be really fucking dope and legendary is, and I'm just going to, I don't want to talk about this a lot, but I would absolutely love, like during practice, not during the brawl, but during practice, what if I got to come out and just fuck around and hype up? Get the people going.
Yeah, dude. I think that's what it's missing.
You know?
Everyone comes out when they hear the noise and they want to watch practice. You know, they just think it's a show or whatever. So if you get out there on the mic and start
it would just be fun. It'd be funny. It'd be fun. It'd be interactive.
Way more fun.
It'd be hyping it up. And dude, I've said it once. I'll say it again. And I talked to him a lot in Sturgis. Huge shout out to Max, Ride and Destroy, who coordinates and puts on the brawl. I have so much respect for what he does because I throw shows. I do events. I know what that takes and what that entails. And for him to have the core sponsors that he has, Harley Davidson.
Yeah, that's big.
Now being the head sponsor of the brawl. Like that is to me like so fucking admirable and respectful. But Max, how you doing? All I'm trying to do is just come out there and hype shit up. I know this is your baby. I know, I get it. But I'm just trying to hype shit up in practice. I think the boys would have fun. I think the crowd it would be just fun. And I think that, again, I think we could just add an angle. Obtuse.
For sure. Hey, he's on the mic anyway, you know. So maybe he likes doing that. Maybe he doesn't.
No, he does.
Maybe he likes it. Maybe he doesn't like it. Maybe like he could be busy doing other stuff too, and you could come in and just, you know, everyone would love you to do it. So.
I would love to co-sign an already extraordinarily dope event put on by Ride and Destroy. Shout out Max.
Shout out Max.
That's all I want to say about that. That's all I want to say about that. Dude, diving in, I am so mind blown and mind fucked on how I keep like thinking to myself, I'm like, how did this fool progress in 4 years like that? That is unruly. And you mentioned earlier, we didn't tap into it, but you mentioned earlier that you did grow up racing dirt bikes in Canada.
Yeah.
What's the Canadian dirt like?
Man, our home track is, there's one weekend of the entire year that the home track was good, and that was national weekend. Yeah. When the pros would come and, you know, the big rigs would come across on the ferry. Fuck BC ferries. You can imagine how expensive that is, dude, for a huge pro moto rig to come across all these rigs.
Major laser.
That's why we lost it.
How big is the island?
It's huge. It's huge.
Like, how big's the island? Like, give me a fucking...
Man, how many people? I don't know. I'd have to Google it, but...
How many people do you think are there?
Millions.
Millions?
Oh, for sure, yeah. I don't know. Have you ever heard of Victoria?
Fuck, I want to see this little island.
No, it's not little.
You know what we're going to do? We're gonna, right here in the episode, right here, I'm going to put a square and we're going to show the island right here. Right
big.
Here.
Vancouver Island.
You can see it right here. So this is the island.
Yeah,
no, huge. That's sick. So the dirt would be meant for the pros, obvi.
The one year, because they would actually rip the dirt and soak it and whatever, and you know, get big fat ruts, and it was good. They'd lip stuff out. But other than that, it was like riding concrete. It's called the Wastelands, and I think it used to be like a dump basically, and they put a motocross track on it. But
does it stink?
No,
okay,
doesn't stink. Cool. Doesn't stink. But it was just it'd get like a blue groove dirt that was just hard packed, and yeah, they wouldn't take care of it. Sometimes in the summer after the national, they wouldn't even groom the track. They just leave it rutted from the pros for the whole summer, and it was absolutely fucked. Couldn't even really ride there.
Now, what do you think that is? Is that a lack of money? Is that a lack of just?
It's kind of like money.
Dude, that's dangerous as fuck.
Super dangerous. It's kind of money, and it's kind of like no one wants to step up and put the time in and the money in kind of thing. So,
It sounds ridiculously dope.
but it is a sick track when it's good. And I mean, there's probably 4 or 5 tracks on the island, and there's a full series and stuff.
Started racing at what age?
Started racing at 11. Got my first dirt bike at 9. Raced at 11 until I was 13. Took a break from 13 to 15. Raced BMX, and then started racing dirt bikes again at 15. I probably did my last race when I was like.
You riding 2 filthies,
20.
2 smokers, or what? Were
Yeah,
you
I mean, I basically grew up on the KX85, and then then I got a CRF 250 with the twin pipes. I think it was like 07.
Oh
maybe.
yeah, those dude. When them duels came out,
But
dude, just
then I
fucking-
went back to 2 strokes. I got a YZ 250 off Miller actually, and then I got a KTM 250 SX now that's pristine, but I just don't ride it ever.
Yeah.
ever. Just sits there and looks cool.
So you don't. One of the things that drives me crazy. I grew up. If you know my story at all, I played sports. I'm nasty as fuck. You can give me a football right now. I'll hit me in the face from
You
fucking
throw
60 yards out.
pigskin over that mountain.
I'll throw it over that fucking mountain. And I also grew up wrestling my whole life. My dad just wasn't into bikes, but I just wanted to do it so fucking bad. All my cousins, all my friends raced. I think I've talked about this 14 times on the podcast.
Yeah.
That was like what I wanted. I'd go to the track. I'd fucking just inhale 2 smoke fucking exhaust all day long and just wishing that I could be that kid out there racing. And I think that a lot of the homies have taken that for granted, that they got to grow up and do that. Such a blessing to be able to ride. And I bring that up because it drives me fucking nuts when I hear one of the homies that's like, yeah, dude, I just, the dirt bike just sits in the garage. I don't really take her out. I don't want to rip it. And I'm just like, motherfucker, don't take that for granted that you have that a part of your life. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers out there that would die to do it, that would love to do it, that don't get to do it.
Yeah, for sure. I've just been so busy that I haven't.
So
really
you
had the
still
time.
have the passion and love for riding dirt bikes?
I think dirt bikes are the sickest. Yeah, I definitely am gonna always continue to ride dirt bikes. I just haven't like been that into it lately because I've been so focused on the Harley stunt stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously trying to work my way up, and compete. And we've been in the States the entire year pretty much, hitting all these brawls, hit every single brawl. Next weekend will be the last stop, and they'll hit every single one for the whole year. And then last year was my first one back after COVID. So it's been a full year of
Straight sicko mode.
Harley stunts, traveling all of North America.
I
and
love
Mexico. And
Mexico.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm going back there.
No,
I'm not going back.
probably not going back.
One of the homies, I think about you. I think about progression now. I think about the coming from the dirt bike background and hopping on hogs. And I love doing shout-outs. They call me Joe Shouts Out a lot. One person I would definitely love to bring up right now, the second dude in the world, the hand drag, dub hand drag on a bagger, my boy HG Stretch.
Yeah, love Stretch. Jason?
How you doing, Stretch? Every time I think of Stretch, I think of Casper, and I think of the fucking uncle, the ghost, Stretch. That was a fucking dickhead. But Stretch is the nicest motherfucker on the planet. Yeah. When I was in Ohio, I took David Dean Douglas, and I went out there, and I was doing stunt shows out there with Bear, which was fucking legendary. It ended up being Barry's Coast and Boys, and then Stretch was obviously out there fucking doing his thing. But, dude, the hospitality and the treatment that fool gave me, bro, that's love.
Yeah, dude. I feel
love.
the same way about him. I don't remember exactly the first time I met him.
Dude, he's one of those guys that came out of fucking nowhere, too. And you know who else co-signed him? You know who the first person to co-sign him was? Seabear.
Yeah. No, I know. I met him with Seabear and Shawn, I think, was the first.
That's when I met him. I was like, yo, who is this fool? And then we went I was like, who is this guy? I was like, sick. This guy's dope. Then we went and rode, and I was like, yo.
Sounds exactly like my experience. Went out and rode. He had no helmet on. We were in Florida.
He had 1,000 followers when I met him. And not that
around.
fucking that matters, but he just wasn't very well known. Like,
yeah,
he was a sleeper, dude. And I love his fucking, his little caption on his Instagram. It says, working for my spot.
Yeah, it's sick.
And
so he's in the brawl now. He's
dude, yeah. Dude,
double-handed.
So I'm in my closet. I'm getting ready for the day, and he calls me. And he's in Durango. And I said, dude, I need you to do the dub drag.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, dude, I got it. Now, I was told, Joey55 told me that he did it once already in the brawl.
He did, yeah. Before Durango, he did.
Fuck, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Yeah,
How did I not know that? How did that not get hyped up more?
Yeah.
Was it cleaner than the one that he just did?
Yeah, it was.
Because, dude, the lot, it looked like I wasn't there in Durango, but the lot didn't look very optimal. He faded super hard. He usually doesn't do that.
Mm-hmm. It was like very end of his run, probably tired, and he knew.
I told him, you better fucking do it.
He knew everyone was wanting him to do it, and he just sent it.
The hype that was my favorite part. There's some videos that got sent
I have a
to me and
clip
shit that I was watching, and that was my favorite. That was my favorite part of how juiced and how hyped everybody got when he did it.
Yeah.
You know who's done this podcast with me? That's the first human being in the world to dub hand drag.
I know who.
Dom 18.
Dom, yep. Shout out Dom. It's absolute sicko.
How the fuck is my boy? We need to get Dom back in the brawls. I don't know what that's gonna do or what we need to do, but I think that Dom should definitely be back. That's my piece.
When he did the judging, I think it was Sturgis.
He just judged Sturgis.
Yeah, he was gonna ride as well. Max came and asked everyone, was like, "Hey, do you guys care if Dom judges and then rides and goes out last?" And everyone was like super stoked for him to come back out. And he went out there for practice, and his bike was just like shit in the bed. So I think he called it off.
When I rolled up, he was gonna do like a halftime show, right? Like in between the sets, he was gonna go out and do like a fucking session and shred. And he comes over and he's like, dude, come listen to this. He's like, what do you think? And he turns his bike on and he's like, caw. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm just worried about your safety at that point.
It didn't sound healthy when he was out there.
No, it didn't.
Nope.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
You got dub drags?
No. I don't. I think
it's here. You're the bevel point or the what do you call it? The Jay, help me out. The like this point. Whatever. It's when I see guys do it, I've seen guys do it in the streets and shit. I've seen guys do it at fucking brawls or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You pivot at your hip. So like as a short guy, some short guys are like, I don't think I can do it. I'm too short. Bullshit, baby. If you use that pivot point at the hips, and I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, but if you use that pivot point at the hip, I think it's doable.
I think my biggest problem is my shoulder rotation. Like,
we need to stretch you out.
No, that's what I'm saying. If I was it would be like
the fucking
we start stretching my shoulders out now, and maybe this time next year I could learn a double hand.
Can I challenge you for something?
Oh, don't make me try and learn it because I was just over it.
This time next year, I challenge you, and by no means do you need to take all of that time, but I challenge you in the next year to learn dub hand drags.
I mean,
challenge accepted.
Yeah, sure, yes.
Right here on Onasickone Podcast, episode 9.
I'll try.
Oh, dude, you like that? Push your friends to be better. Push yourself to be better.
Of course, I would like to learn it, but I've always I just can't reach back.
Dude, you need to fucking stretch those things out.
100%.
I think a couple of things that you could do to change your life, and not just you,
it's
but
like
everybody.
T-Rex.
I know, dude. You're fucking T-Rex.
Yeah.
Cold showers in the morning and stretching. Just 2 things that you could do to fucking optimize and maximize your life. I don't do either of them, but I think that everybody should.
Me either. But I do like I like cold dips,
Yeah. No. Dunk me in the truckee anytime. And by the way, we're all going to go there.
I hope so, yeah. I love that stuff.
For sure. Jesse, any plans in the future? Like, I always ask the boys this. I don't always put it on the podcast, but like, there's certain homies that I could definitely see being papas because I have 4 kids and shit. And I know this is a long ways out, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, but a lot of homies are like, fuck that, I'll never have kids, I'll never do this. But if you've met my son, David Dean Douglas, and huge shout out to the little trip. And all my other kids for that matter, it is the best part of my life. And so with that being said, do you think you're going to pop out some little fucking maple syrup drinking little Canadian fuckers?
I think one day for sure.
Just threw something.
When I was a bit younger, I thought by this age, I'm 26, I thought I'd already have kids.
Yeah.
But now that I'm 26, I'm like, okay, I'm definitely still busy doing stuff. I would definitely like to have a kid or 2 eventually, but I'm not in a rush right now by any means. Especially like this last year has just been devoted to traveling and stunt riding and building a career in stunt riding. So I want to keep doing that for a bit before I try and get anything too crazy like that. But definitely
19 years old.
Kids are cool.
19.
That was you?
I was 19.
Yeah.
First kid. Second one, 21. I'm also a stepfather to my daughters as well, Corey. And then now I have little fucking Dougie Dean Doug. I think it's interesting hearing you say that. I see some of the younger homies and they're like, yo, I think I want to have kids with this chick. And I'm like, whoa, Miss Lippy, don't get slept because I'm about to slap the shit out you. Because if you're not with the right chick and you're not doing the right things and it's not correct, I am here to tell you right now that please be smart, please be careful, whether it's with marriage or having children. And if you're 22 years old right now, you're like, I want to be a father. Shut up. No, you don't. Could you? Sure. Do you instinctively have things change in your life when you do look at your son or you do hold that kid? Sure. But if you're not ready, definitely, that's my thing. Wait. Like some of the younger homies, this motherfucker was 19. He's like, I think I want to get married. I just looked right at him, slapped the fuck out of him, dude. I was like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're not. So make sure you tell those fucking little young Canadian dudes up there too, up north to wait.
Well, I got a few friends that got kids, and especially my one best friend since grade 5, JC, also a shredder.
Shout out JC.
Shreds Harleys. He's a dad, and his daughter and his girlfriend or whatever are super rad. But he's not on this trip with us because he's got a business he just started, and he's got a kid, and he's got to do that stuff. So wish he could come hang out, but he's busy.
Responsibility,
being
bro.
dad, so throws a curveball in your life for sure.
I wouldn't be able to do what I do if it wasn't for my wife, Chanel Correa Sorgani.
Mm-hmm.
Love you, Muff. She definitely has supported me, dude, traveling around the country doing fucking stunt shows. And she knows that is what I love to do. Comedy, stunt shows, and this fucking podcast. That is my life. Mm-hmm. Those are the 3 things that I knew that I wanted to do, and I am doing them. And if it wasn't for the support and love and, approval from my wife, I wouldn't be able to do them. However, I will tell you, it is extremely fucking challenging to go and do everything that I'm doing. And there's a lot of things that I get hit up for that I can't even think about doing because that responsibility factor.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I think that Jesse's going to be a phenomenal fucking dad, and I guarantee in bed, he's good. That's all I'm saying.
Everybody's seen that video, on the
Of
internet.
you fucking?
No, not that one. Not that one.
Oh, sorry.
The little magic trick, little
yeah.
2-finger magic trick. I feel like most people have seen that video.
I was finger popping that shit. 2 fingers.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I think he knows. No? Well,
Jesse's got this weird
got a magic
2-finger
trick.
video
Got a magic
that he
trick.
fucking loves to do.
It's old. I couldn't find any more if I wanted to try it.
Jesse, I am extremely ecstatic that you are here. I am so fucking thankful that you guys made the trip down to be a part of Tahoe Shit Show. I am a huge friend and fan of you. If you ever need anything, you fucking let me know. One of the things that we've been talking about throughout this that we haven't really brought to surface is the fact that your team, your squad, your support system, the group of friends that you have are not only extremely supportive for you and always there for you, but also extremely talented in their own regards.
For sure they are.
And that is sick as fuck. When you have homies that all are talented in their own ways, think about it like this. I'm going to fucking mind fuck you here for a second. Think about a transformer, okay? Everybody's a transformer. What happens when you put all those transformers together? You make a fucking big transformer. And I think that is what I see when I look at you and the homies. Mm-hmm. One individual in particular that I want to talk about. And first of all, before we get his ass out here, and I'll adjust this mic and get him going here, but we're going to bring him up. Mm-hmm. How the fuck did you meet Shawn Miller?
This is actually
where
perfect.
This
is a good story.
How long have you known this fuck?
So Shawn's a couple years older than me.
28?
He's 31. So
shit.
He was my
man.
He was
I'm just kidding. I'm 30.
He was my big buddy in elementary school. I was in kindergarten and he was my big buddy. And
so kindergarten, big buddy. He's 31.
He was in like grade. No, he's in like grade 5, I think. Right? Grade 4, grade 5.
4. He said that. He's trying to be young and shit.
Yeah. So he picked me as
kindergartner. Just throwing his arm around the fucking kindergarten.
He picked
the
little blonde kid with the big head and the Fox Moto shirt on.
He just was like, "You come here," and you were just like.
I think I remember him tracing out my body on the full length piece of paper. But
so he was like your fucking when you're a little kid and they fucking
I was
link
5
you up
years
with,
old.
And did he get to pick you? Like he was like, I want that little fucker.
Yeah.
He looks sick. He's wearing Fox and he's just fucking
I went something like that. I mean, I was 5 years old, I don't really remember. But I do remember since kindergarten and he was in grade 4 or whatever.
Wow.
But yeah, so then, a little bit of friends, whatever. He's a few years older, so obviously there's like a age gap where we're probably not hanging out all the time, but he used to come to my parents' house and swim in the pool a little bit, whatever. And then wasn't until like probably the end of my high school career we really started hanging out.
And this is all on the island?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All on the island. Sick. But yeah, I've known each other since I was 5. But then, probably like 17, 18, like started hanging out like a lot all the time, riding dirt bikes together, racing dirt bikes, whatever.
Your best friend.
Yeah, totally. And we've lived together for, I don't even know how many years now. 4 years, 5 years, something like that. 6, I don't know.
Dope.
Lived together for a long time. So yeah, definitely my ride or die homie for sure.
Sheesh.
Yep.
So best friends, that's like a huge fucking deal. Since 5 years old.
Yeah.
You know what's cool? This is the Joe Show. Like I said, I can do whatever the fuck I want. And what I want to do, if it's cool with you, which I don't really give a fuck, Jesse, love you, don't love you, bye. Just kidding. No, I'm sorry. I love you to death. Miller, get your ass in here, dude.
Yeah,
Let's
get
just
in
bring
here.
this motherfucker in right now. Onasickone Podcast, episode 9. We got a dual banger going now. We got 2 Canadian Slayers in here. Miller time.
Yo, what's
Sean,
up?
welcome aboard, dude. So fucking.
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Merry
Yes.
Christmas.
Heck
Merry
yeah.
Christmas.
Feels Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
dude. Merry Christmas. Dude, super dope to have you here. Best friends again with Jesse.
Fuck yeah.
If you don't know who Miller Time is, you're about to fuck around and find out. Also, like I was saying earlier, how you guys have those friends that are just shredders. It's interesting. I told Shawn this earlier. One of my favorite people of all time in life is Tall Boy T, Tyler.
Yeah, love Tom
And
Boy.
he just
Yeah.
gave you a super compliment. I told you earlier, he said, Miller shreds at everything. Miller's pro everything. And dude, for him to say that is fucking pretty fucking dope. So where are you? What are you doing? How you feeling?
Yeah, we're here. We're Reno. Made it. Not, pretty tired, but we're here and we're gonna do it. We're gonna shred some bikes. I'm in the amateur stunt competition, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh, dude. My boy goes
gonna
from brawl to fucking
Yeah, I know.
AmComp.
I'm like, yeah, whatever. Let's try it out. But
Going back to the brawl though, he's in it again.
I'm going
in
to the brawl
Vegas.
again.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's honestly what's crazy about this AmComp.
It's seat time.
And that I'm glad you brought that up. The Tahoe shit show. What's so cool about this is, guys that are super talented but aren't quite at that breaking that barrier of going to the brawls or getting invited to the brawls, which you've now broken that barrier. But there's some absolute fucking sickos on Saturday riding in the fucking TSS shootout, Tahoe shit show shootout.
For sure.
You being one of them. How do you think and why do you think you progress so fast on the hog? Because like, dude, I knew you shredded. I've seen you shred streets before, but I feel
No.
I've never seen you hit streets.
I literally haven't stunted
When
a
I
Harley.
say hit streets, I've seen you like outside of a compound or somewhere, like on a side road, and like throw down a little bit. But I didn't
Yeah, but,
know
like,
that
how long ago?
I knew that you drifted cars.
Yeah.
I knew that you were a sicko in a lot of things, but I didn't know you could rip hogs like that. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean,
How long have you had the hog?
This hog I've only had for honestly 5 months. I just looked at my videos actually the other day, and it's only been 4 months. It's like my first scrape.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Dude,
4
that's
months.
gonna fuck you guys, dude.
Yeah.
Your guys' progression is unreal.
It's motocross.
It's unreal.
It's
Yeah.
motocross.
So you attest that too,
Yeah.
and give credit to just that seat time on riding a fucking
Yeah.
dirt bike a lot.
Yeah, 100%.
Were you a wheelie kid? Were you out there fucking around on
honestly,
dirt bikes wheeling and foot braking and shit?
Never. Jesse and I, and also JC, we had supermotos, after we stopped racing motocross a little bit, and we were shredding those and having fun. But honestly, dude, we would power wheelie forever. We wouldn't even. We would.
Yeah.
No, not even like that. Like I can hold a wheelie on a supermoto just forever, forever.
Those are actually sick as fuck.
And I don't know how to foot brake.
But yeah, we didn't even think about the foot brake.
No.
We were wheeling around the whole city, everywhere, all over the place,
everywhere.
and didn't even think about it. I had a sport bike too, and I would be rolling burnout in the sport bike, third gear, whatever, on a Ninja 600. Yeah, pop it up into a wheelie. I don't know how to foot brake.
No, literally.
That's how
Suicide.
Jay Bruce started.
That is suicide.
Jeffrey Jigsaw.
Suicide.
So real quick, there's a lot of homies that are trying to learn Harley stunt wheelers or trying to learn how to wheelie in general.
Yeah.
One after another here. We'll start with Jess. Any fucking advice for the listeners on learning how to foot brake or learning how to wheelie? Do you have anything for the folk?
Yeah. Everyone's seen the Harley stunts, the Harley wheelies, and they got a Harley already, or they go out and buy one. They want to learn how to wheelie.
Yeah.
The Harley has so much engine braking that it gives you this false sense of confidence. You can scrape 12 o'clock on a Harley, and you don't even need to touch the brake to bring it back down. If you're on a
first gear.
If you're on a Grom, if you're on a 110, you're on a dirt bike, and you get past, here, you need to hit that brake.
Right.
So
So to utilize balancing point on a dirt bike or a Grom or anything, once you're at balance point, anything past that, if you're not foot braking, you're
Oh yeah, you need
Totally.
it.
Yeah. Like I could, when I got my Harley and I started wheeling it, I scraped. I do like foot drag, do a little bit of stuff, and I didn't even know how to foot brake. Like kind of in my head, I was like, I knew I needed to use it, but I didn't really know how.
Wow.
And super sketchy. And then I got a Grom. My friend D-Boy told me, he's like, you need to get a Grom. Got a Grom. 3-4 months, clicked, got the foot braking down, and that's that year to 8 month progression to now I'm at the Brawl. So you need to get it if you want to learn how to wheelie, get a mini bike.
Also,
Whatever.
Anybody that I've ever talked to tells me, and I haven't had a lot of seat time on them, but a lot of people tell me that wheeling Groms is actually fucking challenging as fuck.
Super
Very
hard.
challenging.
I remember
For
I
some
bought
reason.
a brand new Grom 2019, went to a Honda dealership, bought one, went on my road, and I was like, this thing fucking sucks.
You didn't even like that. See, I hear that all the time.
I was like,
because it's the balance point. It's like it's so hard to get it up, and then as soon as you do get it up, like when you're learning, obviously,
Yeah.
when you do get it up, then you're like, oh shit, like it ain't. It's not. You're like, you got a very fine line.
Yeah.
Your fulcrum point is very.
Your fulcrum.
Yeah.
That's what I needed earlier. you
I
fuck.
was saying it, but I didn't want to
I
yell
needed
at
a
you.
fulcrum point,
I knew
dude.
that's what you were doing. That's why I
Fuck.
just said it right now.
Fuck. So, what's your piece of advice for
mini bikes.
Mini bikes.
Dude, legit,
so both of
yeah.
you guys agree with
He
that.
learned on a
100%.
Grom. I learned on a 110. Obviously, my 110, whatever, it's automatic. I don't have a clutch, so I mean, whatever. But honestly, dude, like I have shredded on a 110, like hard. Like my 110 mini bikes are my life. I
Yeah.
fucking love
that's
mini
where
bikes.
he got on the Harley and just was like, everyone's like, where the fuck did he come from? Because we go to all these events and I'm doing the brawls and hanging out or whatever, and everyone knows Shawn, but haven't seen him ride. But in the background, he's been doing his car drift stuff, and he's always been wheeling his 110. And he's hand dragging the 110, scraping the fender of the 110. So he gets on his bike and just already knows super, like a lot of confidence in foot braking.
Yeah.
Gets on there, starts dragging fender, hand drags within fucking like a month or two. Like,
Super impressed with you and your riding the last brawl that you did, man. Like seriously, bro. Like another
Yeah, appreciate
testament to just putting in the work and being a sicko, being talented.
Totally. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Also, another angle about you that I love.
Also,
Another one.
Yeah.
Is that the first time I saw you associated with the brawl was you were actually running around sweeping and helping clean the lot and prepping.
that's all I do. Yeah.
And just, dude, no worry, concern, or nothing about status, about who you are, or what you are, or fucking how talented you are. And then bam, next thing you know, he's in it.
not getting paid.
And I loved that. I loved seeing you just, dude, that's just a
Yeah.
good motherfucker, bro. That's just
Yeah,
a good
no, I do it for the
motherfucker.
boys,
Yeah.
out there for the boys.
And it's
Bring-
super crucial.
I bring
Yeah.
all
Super
my
important.
tools, bring all my shit. I
Yeah.
fixed probably 10 bikes at Sturgis, making sure everyone was there, doing shit, making sure, even in Florida too. Same with CJ, fixed CJ's bike. He was pretty much
CJ does not
on his hands
fucking
and
work.
knees,
No.
fucking, I need my bike.
He was running around. He didn't know what the fuck to do.
But he was
running around.
probably
He's like,
super fucking thankful.
Oh, 100%.
oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah, he was mind
stoked,
blown.
yeah.
Yeah.
And probably a cool angle for you, too, to be able to help out the homie.
Oh, that's my thing. Yeah.
Same.
I get off on
Favorite thing
Yeah.
in life to do, and maybe
Yep.
we have this in common.
Yeah,
and maybe
we
we're
do.
going to learn this right now.
That's why we
Is
linked.
to help people.
100%.
That's my favorite thing. And to make people laugh, obviously. That's like,
That's another one of my things too.
both very good at that.
So,
Yeah.
drifting cars. How long have you been doing that?
Like 10 years.
Dope.
Yeah.
Wow.
Started-
Who do you watch, or who you fucking like? Who do you like to see shred the cars in the car scene? Who's like somebody off top you want to do a little shooty shout out real fast?
like in the pro world? Yeah.
I don't know if I know a lot of like the pros, but
I don't know, like a lot, like me, like starting drifting and like, seeing all this, the homies, like on our island, we have a super, like really like big group of bros that like to, that drift. And honestly, our track just got closed down for good, which is really, really sad.
that was
Our-
like last weekend.
fuck.
yeah, I got,
What the fuck is up with your guys' tracks?
it's
Canada,
dude,
dude.
motorsports in Canada, dude, is just out the window. It's terrible. Like
It's
straight
such
up, there's
a good
nothing.
outlet for kids, dude.
I know, and it has
Yeah.
been. But I think the one person that is Chelsea Denofa. He's one of the best drivers in the world.
Dope. Send me that,
Um,
would you?
Yeah, he's
Send me that
awesome.
on the ground. I
He's
wanna
super
keep this
super
shit.
rad guy. He's a little standoffish, but whatever. He's kind of be a little bit,
A lot of you fuckers are weird.
No, he's
A
not
lot
from
of you
Canada. He's not from
motherfuckers are
Canada.
weird.
He's not from Canada.
Oh.
No,
No,
he's not
I
from
wasn't
Canada.
talking.
Fuck
No,
you,
eh?
dude.
I wasn't
I don't know. I
talking
thought you were
about-
shooting at me, dude.
No, eh?
Chill.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about Canadians. I was just talking about like extreme sports athletes. Like a lot of them
Yeah,
are
yeah.
fucking weird.
Yeah.
No, Tool, I get it. Yeah, for sure.
Like socially, not you boys, but I've definitely met some people. I'm like, good thing you're talented at that because your social skills suck balls.
That's what could make a professional athlete though, is that they didn't go out and party, they didn't go out and waste their time on girls or whatever. They nerded out on dirt bikes.
Chill.
Or
Why are you yelling at me
whatever.
right now?
Yeah.
Don't fucking yell at me
Hey.
on my show. You're right. You're absolutely
yeah,
right. And
but-
that's why, like, in my life, that's why I have skills in the things that I have is because you just put the time in. If you get what you give, right?
Yeah.
So, drifting cars, what car do you have right now? And give me a little feedback on that car. And do you want to keep that car? Do you want to switch it up from that car?
Yeah,
Like,
great question. I'm really in a really tight spot right now, actually, with that whole situation.
you have a Beamer.
Yeah, I got a 98 BMW 328 IS. It's a full Pro-Am like drift car. So I had a 2JZ and it actually got my Pro Spec or Pro 2 license in that for Formula Drift.
Dope.
One of the only kids from my area to ever do that especially from our island.
Yeah.
And so that was really cool. I'm very, very competitive in everything that I do in life. So I had to go out right away and I won the island championship and I jumped straight into it. But went right out there and I was like, I want to do Pro-Am, want to do it now. But yeah, it's hard. I've got the car. I've been kind of toying on the idea of selling it. And not to just quit completely, but to kind of focus on the Harley stuff. You know, I've got more spotlight and more help in the Harley shit right now than I have ever had in my drifting shit. And
Once you're in, my boy.
And it's so real, dude. Like I'm coming from literally like my drift shit is my life. Like I've ruined relationships over it. I've done everything in my life to just push for my car stuff.
Yeah.
And I have just spent way too much money and just choked myself right out. So I'm at the point where I was like, yeah, I'll sell my car, you know, maybe get like a dailyable drift car, like, you know, kind of like Seabury's got that vet.
Yep.
I thought about buying a nice car that I could also daily on the street, also take it to the track, have fun, but then focus on the Harley stuff, you know, get a bit of a following, you know, and then maybe
Keep working that
go
angle.
back to the drifting after.
You're never
Because
going to lose that skill, my boy. It'll never go away.
And it's funny because all these guys, we did our first trip, right? Like our Florida trip, and we did that whole thing. I brought my drift car with me and shit. And all the Harley guys were like, "Oh shit, like you drift."
This kid
and
fucks.
I'm like, yeah.
This kid fucks.
And
That's my
then
favorite part about you
Every
fuckers.
single one of them is
coming out of
like,
nowhere.
Every single one of them's like, I want a drift car now.
Yeah.
And so now,
Inspirational.
Tall Boy, Benny, you know, I think Seabury was kind of just getting into it before.
Maybe just.
Yeah,
It seems
just.
like.
Yeah, I think
But
he was a fan
I
of it,
literally lit a fire under all
Bro,
these
his
guys'
progression
asses.
too.
It was
fun.
funny.
Yeah.
Dude, that 3 months that we did and we towed his drift car around. We
Yeah.
towed it as far as you can go. We went from Vancouver Island
Which is literally, it's
all
polar
the way to
opposites.
Key West. It's
Yeah.
as far as you can go, you know. I think it's 49
North to
hours or
south.
something.
Oh, yeah. No, I know Key West.
Towed his
Yeah.
fucking drift car there.
Yeah.
24-foot trailer. But yeah, every single stop he'd be out there laying it down on the
Just on a
streets.
sick one.
Oh, yeah. It
Did
was,
drift week.
dude.
But yeah, all the Harley stunters were like, "Oh, I got to get
You
a
know,
drift car."
I challenge you to make sure you're pushing your content because, like, you do. I'm not saying you don't, but you do so much dope shit on Harleys and on the car shit that make sure you're showing us that shit. I want to see that shit.
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
a
it's
reason.
hard. Yeah, it's hard.
Okay. I understand.
Super hard.
I understand, dude. I recently there was some crazy guy doing a fucking burnout in Virginia City. And next thing you know, he's in the paper, he's on Facebook, they're looking for his ass. And
Yeah.
I don't know who it was. I don't know who that guy was that was doing that.
Not you.
But it's so crazy because all of my boys do gnarly shit. And the one time that Joe Comedy Stunts, trademark Joe Comedy Stunts, also nicknamed by Junkyard Kenny, so that's fucking
Yeah.
fun. I get after it a little bit because I have to. Part of my fucking program.
Totally.
I saw
I
the
ride
video.
with the best guys in the world. Like I got to get after it a little bit.
I saw the
Heck
video.
yeah.
But it's so crazy because, dude, my wife was like, "Are you gonna get in trouble for that?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know. I shouldn't. It was sick. I didn't do nothing crazy." But it is challenging. It blows my mind, honestly, sometimes of some of the content that I see, not just from the boys, but from across. Dude, you know, a guy in particular that I'm thinking about right now, off top, out of New York City. Shout out Leaky the Bike Star. Like this
Yeah.
motherfucker is unreal on a dirt bike in the streets.
Yeah.
And gives
They did a Vice thing on him. I
gives
think, actually, right?
zero
Yeah.
fucks.
He's definitely on the bike.
Zero fucks about posting his shit. And he doesn't fucking hide his face. He doesn't do shit. He's just out there.
No
like,
helmet.
I'm leaky. He just did America's Got Talent.
Beanie or something.
It was like, yo, I'm gonna get a bike star. Just like, this is what I do. This is bike life shit. This is bike life shit for real. I feel you.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that like side street shit, you know?
Honestly, I don't
intersections
even
and,
really
like,
care about that because a drift car, you don't even really get seen anyway. It's not even that big of a deal. It's straight up just, you know how expensive it is to run my car?
Oh, bro. That was something that I definitely wanted to bring up. Is how expensive Harleys are, but car shit's on another level.
Not even close.
Towing a car around is the.
I know.
Towing Harleys around.
I
is
get
a
it.
pain.
Close. On the Harley shit, I'm just like, fuck yeah, this is nice. Like, this is easy. Like, I can go and ride my bike always, and it's like, you know, it runs or whatever.
By the way, your bike looks fucking awesome.
Thank you, appreciate it. Jesse did some tape lines on it. Got
Laid
it
out
all
the
fucking
tape.
dialed in. Fuck. Yeah, and then my buddy, shout out to Mike from Nanaimo, where we're from, painted my bike for me literally within like 4 days.
Looks
like, had
tense.
it done.
Yeah, it's super
The
sick.
car shit, though, is uncomparable in the cost to what the Harley shit is. And what's mind fucking, the other night, I just did a training swap on my bike. I had no third gear for like 8 months. It was fucked. Because,
Typical.
dude, I have a lot of money going on. I have a lot of responsibility. I got 4 kids. I got a fucking dope ass house. I got a car, whatever.
Heck yeah.
But it's so fucking expensive. The Harley shit, unless you're getting tapped in and plugged, you know?
Yeah, dude.
Which, yeah, and another thing too, like huge, hold the phone here for a minute. Coming from all these different motorsports, I was in motocross my whole life since I was 3 years old. I was fully sponsored by KTM, you know, Flesh Gear, all that shit.
Sick.
So I got a lot of help from that. You get a huge lot of spotlight from that. But then coming to, you know, going to cars and just literally just being like, nothing.
Nothing.
And I'm like, yo, like I'm the
You
only
build
guy.
your own cars too, right?
Yeah, I do everything.
Yeah,
Me and my homie Matt, from where we're from.
Shout out to Matt. My middle name's Matthew.
Heck yeah. But then now coming into the Harley stuff, the amount of support you get, not just from, you know, sponsors, your homies, everything is just astronomical.
Bro.
Like, it's crazy. And I said this the other day, I was like, we were all sitting at the brawl in Sturgis, and there was all of us just like sitting on the ground after, you know, just waiting for the awards. And I was like,
I was right there.
I was like, that is fucking sick. Every single one of us is all homies. Like, I come from all these motorsports, and I'm just like, you don't ever get that. Never. So
There's
it's
a
so
very
sick
big
to just be
mutual
like,
understanding.
this is fucking rad that every single one of us, like Jesse and I, literally, man, we've been traveling for so long. We have a fucking place to stay almost in every single state.
Every single
How you doing?
state.
Yeah.
Shout out Joe.
Yeah, shout out Joe. What's up? Yeah. So it's huge.
So do I, dude. I'm so glad you brought that up.
100%.
That means so much to me, man.
Yeah, legit.
My wife, like, dude, Australia, like, I'm Canada now, Australia, like your boy, Mexico. Like, I think that's one of my favorite parts too. Dude, I'm not a stunt dude.
Yeah.
I am associated.
No,
I
you're
love
the
it.
number
I'm a
one
huge
hype beast.
I am a huge, like, dude, I was that kid that never fucking got to do it. You know what I'm saying? And now I have a bike, and it is like, besides my kids and my wife, it is my favorite thing on this planet.
Fuck yeah.
And the group of guys that I get to know. But I'll tell you something right now. Nobody can fucking hop on a mic like me.
Yeah.
Right? Just like all you guys have.
I'm
this
like
different talent
right
and-
under you.
No,
Yeah.
yo, don't even fuck with the
I'm
kids. If you want
serious,
to
I'm right under
co-host
you.
some shit, if you're trying to co-host something,
I'm pretty
I'm
fucking
gonna
good
nut.
at it.
I'm gonna nut.
You got like an open mic stand-up comedy thing you did?
Oh, you want to do stand-up or you want to MC a stunt show?
No,
Either one.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably fucking fold on the comedy show. for
I have
sure,
definitely
but-
put up a lot of people that are like,
I'd be like, you guys want to hear a
I can
joke?
do this, man.
Women's rights. Jeez.
Careful. Off the bat.
He's off. Done.
No, it's comedy is easily the hardest thing I do.
Hey, can I say something really quickly though?
Absolutely.
Me too.
Straight up. Oh, you want to?
yeah, babe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this about you. This is the
Nice.
nice thing I'm gonna say about you. The one nice thing.
The one
I'm
nice
just kidding.
thing?
I'm just kidding.
No, that's cool.
I'm just kidding. You told me to say it. So
Go ahead.
It doesn't mean shit because you told him to say it.
Can we just take a quick second to recognize that you have started a massive trend on when someone's doing a fucking Larry that people are jumping over their seat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jump rope, jump.
I'm definitely telling you right now, that's you, 100%.
There's a video of me in Ohio with Reckless. He actually posted it, hard post on his page. And I'm jumping over his bike, and then I get him, I hype him up, and I go click, 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 and he takes it all the way to 5th. And he on the post it says Joe Comedy trying to get me to tap it into 7th gear or whatever. And when Gabriel Reckless 203 posted that, and the thing is, dude, if you watch people do it, there's like a style to it. Like sometimes I watch it, I'm like, oof. I'm like, first of all, you can get fucked up doing that.
Yeah. I can't do it. I can't jump. So,
but if you watch the way that I do it, I fucking actually try to like look stylish when I do it. Jay Brew also has a hard post of me jumping over his shit when we were out in Boise.
I got one of those too, I think.
Yeah, you
definitely have some shots of me jumping over your shit. The other thing that I do is the low 5 of death. I originally started it and did it with Tallboy T. And now there's Fat Ugly Ginger. Shout out to my boy out in Denver. He just got to MC a show, which I was super fucking stoked for him because I'm not going to MC everything. I can't MC everything. But to inspire other homies to MC and to do that.
Was it Dyna Days?
Yeah, he did Dyna Days 1 and 3. That's dope as fuck. Yeah. And so, but dude, thank you.
No, I'm serious. Like, I was
People
thinking
will tag me and say that.
No,
like,
that's what I was just saying. I think we need to make it. Everyone fucking watching right now, if you see someone do that, comment on it and be like, tag Joe, you fucking dick.
So the first, I'm not going to take full credit for that. Have I taken it and embraced it? Sure.
Have you taken
the first
it and made
guy
it better?
Yes.
Yes.
First guy I ever saw do it, and he did it with style. Where is he from? I'm not sure. I know he's a Cali boy, but he's a barber. Clay Brown. He does the Bagger Racing League.
Oh, heck yeah.
With Arnie Wells and shit.
Nice.
He was the first dude that I ever saw clean do the Harley jump like that, the jumper up on the Harley. And he was actually riding in a stunt show, jumped off his bike, parked it, and then jumped over it. And I was like, when I saw that, I was at the beginning of like my Harley MC shit and stunt show MC shit. And I remember seeing him do it. I was like, yup, taking that one.
Yeah.
And
well, especially if you're
Clay.
MCing
But the low 5 of death is 100% mine.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking, that's
Honestly,
all.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's
Nitro
sketchy.
Circus MC Micah K
lays on his back.
recently told me that I inspired him at Nitro Circus to do like the homie came down on the trike and he backflipped and they did a double high 5 standing on the top of the landing and he was like, dude, that was because of you.
No way.
And I was like,
yeah.
you know,
Okay,
I was
so
hyped.
can you just give me a little quick?
Witty did it at Dyna Days. He was doing it. We were trying.
we were trying to.
Yeah, tell me.
You want to know about it?
Yeah, I've
First
never
guy I ever
seen
did it with was Tallboy T. I said, yo.
Yep.
Here's the deal, too. There's some tips and tricks. If you're going to be an MC, first of all, if you could die doing this, okay? Straight the fuck up.
Or
what I
highly-
do is,
highly
this is
injured.
me right here, right? I'm laying right here on,
Copy
this
that.
is me.
Yep.
My head's right here, right? I'm laying that way. So like my head's here and I'm looking that way. Dude comes in on a Harley, stands it up. Tallboy T stands it up. I never look at him. So all I can do is hear the bike and I'm on the mic. And as he comes by, I have my hand sticking out right here like this, lean back like this. And he takes a hand off, cranks the bar, and fucking gives me the low 5 of death. I have like the illest pictures with Tall Guy doing it.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I asked him to do it, he was like, no.
Yeah.
He's like, Joe, I don't know. And I was like, dude, please do it for me.
Yeah.
Second guy I ever did it with, Sideways Chase.
Nice.
That was at Dyna Days Volume 2. And he, same thing, dude. He was like, no fucking way. There's a drone footage of him doing that with me. And it is fucking easy. Like, besides the video with Reckless, I think, doing the hog jump, I think that's my favorite video of me MCing, is the drones just hit different. Damn, Miller.
Heck yeah, man.
You got me all fucking choked up, dude.
No,
Yeah.
That's real life.
We did the high 5 of death or whatever in
We did?
no, not you and I.
Oh.
But like
You did it
Dyna
with-
Days with Witty.
Oh,
yeah,
you
with
did
the
do
Fat
it with
Ugly
Witty,
Ginger.
dude.
Yeah. But I think
Witty,
I
dude,
think
the only thing I'm gonna tell you, Witty, you can't look back at the homies. You can't look at them. You can't see where they are.
Yeah.
This is the whole thing. It's trust. It's love. It's knowing
Yeah, but
that your
you-
homie is talented enough and raw enough and dope enough that he is not gonna fuck up. Because if you're not looking and you're talking on the mic like this and you're fucking laying there with your hand out and they fuck up
full
and
trust.
you're not looking, you are gonna get run over. Your skull could be crushed
Yeah.
by a
I
fucking
think-
800-pound Harley.
I think Tall Cans was the only one to hit the high 5. I think he was the
to
only one
actually land
to
it.
actually land it. I tried. Chase tried.
Oh, you know who else I've done that with? Dom829.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
I've done it with Damo. There now, don't get it twisted. There's, love all my boys. There's definitely some motherfuckers I will not do that with,
Yeah.
and they're raw. They're extremely dope.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
Yeah, we could do it
Are you down?
for sure.
You
Yeah,
got
I think
me?
I could do it.
You're not gonna kill me? I got
No.
kids and shit.
Yeah.
All right, What do you think, Miller?
Yeah, he's got it.
I think he's got it. I know he's got it.
90p.
Are you guys happy to be here?
Yeah.
I don't know.
stoked.
I don't know why I went all fucking British on that one. What do you think about the Queen just dying?
Yeah, I don't know much about her. I mean,
A lot of friends are FTB. Fuck that bitch. Like she
No,
eats
I
kids and babies and.
who knows?
Yeah.
I think the hardest thing
Like a
for somebody
lizard
like that is
lady.
to live so royal and so elite and so wealth, and then people in your country are literally starving. Now
She's
we could
just
say
like
the same
a-
thing about our country and all the countries around the world, and I don't
Oh,
want to get all
totally.
political and crazy, but to me that is fucked
She's just like a celebrity though. She doesn't really actually have any pull. You know what I mean? Like
in
she's-
their country.
I think in general, like as far as I'm
If I'm a queen, dude, I'm running that whole motherfucker.
I don't
Nobody's
think she
telling me
really
nothing.
makes-
I'm,
she definitely ain't
I'm
got no
squirting
pull
where I
now.
want to squirt. I'm fucking punching whoever the fuck I want in the face. I'm smoking weed. Fuck it. I might even hit a little meth bomb. If I'm the queen, I am doing my thing.
Yeah.
Nobody's telling me what the fuck.
Nick-
So you don't care.
Well, she's definitely
you
got
guys,
no,
you guys have a president, right?
no, it's
We
not
got a-
president. It's
He's a
prime
fucking
minister.
squid, isn't he?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, him and Biden.
He's a
I
total
swear to God,
twat.
they do things together probably.
like this.
You want to know how much I love my wife? Hey, honey, I just want to let you know we're still recording the podcast and you are live. Do you want to say anything to the people?
Hi.
Hey. All right, baby, we love you. I'm still recording my shit. I love you.
All right, love you.
All right, you want to have another baby?
No.
Okay, me neither. Just checking. I love you. No, so you guys have a prime minister. What the fuck is that? It's just like a different name for queen or
It's
king or president
same
or whatever.
shit as if
Yeah.
you want to say president. I mean, I'm not really political either, so not
There-
really know. I just know that he's a total douchebag.com.
How are these fucking douchebag.com leaderboard guys?
Well, it's crazy.
Running our
because-
shit, dude.
Yeah, it's what's crazy the most is that he came in being like, I'm young and like I'm gonna fucking run this place and like I'm gonna show you guys. He's like I want to
All
make
fucking
I want to
bullshit.
make Canada great again. He was like, going off, saying all
Stealing
this
Trump
shit.
shit.
No, he didn't. actually
Everyone
say
just
that,
thought
but-
he was hot. And like, all these chicks are like,
Ugh,
oh, he's actually super
God,
cute. He's
dude.
super hot.
They just wanted to suck off the prime minister?
And then
Totally.
he totally does a 360, and he's just like,
Straight fuck guy.
yeah, he's like,
like-
actually, we are not letting you guys do anything.
It's like communist
You're
Canada.
not even allowed to leave Canada, and we want to have all of. It's like, man, shit, dude. Like it was real life. I swear to God, it was like Jesse and I had to dig a hole underneath the
Border.
border and
You know
make
what's
our
cool
way
about you
over
guys?
here.
We don't have to build a fence.
No, we don't have to.
Not for
Yeah.
the snow Mexicans.
Shout out to all my Mexican friends, but Canadians don't even want to they don't even care,
No.
Yeah.
which is dope.
No, we got it good there.
Can I ask you
right?
guys a question?
Mostly.
Just want to kind of dive into this real fast. Drake. I know this is like really off topic per se, what we usually talk about in the Onasickone podcast, episode 9 with the Canadian 6 O's. But Drake, I mean, did that make you guys proud when Drake like went from like Toronto and like came over to America and now he's like stupid fucking rich and famous and
really.
fucking killing it?
No.
Do
don't
you
really
fuck
give
with
a
his
fuck about
music?
Drake. No, I like some of Drake's music, but I don't really give a fuck that
No.
much. I like
You think he's a traitor?
I like Bieber.
Okay.
Shout out Bieber.
What's up,
Yeah.
Beeb?
Yeah, I actually we're kind of linked with Bieber's dad. I tattooed Justin
Oh,
Bieber's
yeah.
dad's face.
I saw that.
Yeah,
Yo, that's
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
a slight chance that JB might see this.
we might get JB on the podcast one day.
Yeah. You think we could get him on the mic?
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one
Yeah.
with the fucking plug, dog.
Yeah,
Pro-
maybe.
Probably
Hey,
not.
JB,
Probably
I'm all
not.
about linking and building, my boy. If
He
you help
wouldn't
me,
even- he didn't even
I don't
come
think
to-
I could literally
Yeah.
do anything for you other than be extremely fucking grateful.
Yeah,
And his dad's cool motherfucker, huh?
Heck yeah.
yeah. Went for dinner with him for the first brawl back I did in last year or whatever, in Vegas. Went out for dinner with his dad. Dad bought me dinner.
Him and his dad are tight.
Yeah, they're back on tight. They've been.
I think I
Yeah.
knew that
Mhm.
from fucking whatever media.
Yeah.
Oh, you watch him. Don't lie. You're in it.
Fucking A.
You
dude.
don't have a choice, really.
I have 2 daughters.
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
That and I just think the guy's a fucking rock star. And I actually saw an interview with him recently, and I didn't really know that he struggled with addiction. And I'm kind of glad that it led us to that because I don't know about you boys, but that's definitely something that has been an immense struggle. Just smoke weed, culture and cannabis, smoke pot. definitely have lost a couple of friends to addiction in the last couple of years.
Heavily.
Has the pandemic of like Percocets and like downers and shit in Canada, has it hit Canada like it's hit stateside?
Oh man.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a long
brutal.
time ago. Just like everywhere else. Yeah, it's gnarly. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Addiction goes deep in both of us, like both our families, you know, with our parents and stuff. Like, you know,
Yeah.
not to get all, you know,
No,
sad
we don't
on
have
the
to get super
podcast,
deep into it, but I think it's
we're
important
definitely-
sometimes to bring it up and get some perspective on it. I think if you're struggling right now, dude, you can always fucking call me, shoot me a DM, hit me up, 775-232-0677. I'm here for you right fucking now.
Plugged.
I'm also a retired veteran, so if you're a military personnel and you're fucking struggling with mental health or if you're going through anything, it's as easy as a phone call sometimes. You're not a fucking alone. And I'm telling you that because I'm right here right now.
Nice.
So yeah.
Truth words.
Facts.
Yeah.
Truth bomb.
Weed's cool.
Weed's
Weed
tight.
site.
I'm sure the fucking flower they grow in Canada is fucking fuego too.
Yeah.
Yeah, BC Bud.
Give
You
me
never heard of
like a
Bud?
BC Bud.
I don't smoke weed. He's never smoked weed.
Nah, I never smoked weed.
Dude, okay.
Yeah.
I love how they're like, almost simultaneously, they're like, weed's tight. And then also
Well, yeah, 'cause it is.
simultaneously,
I
like,
got
weed
nothing,
is dope.
I got
We
nothing
don't
against it, dude. I
you
worked
don't
at a
drink
bo-
either.
I worked at a
I
bong
salute
shop.
that. I salute that.
Fuck yeah.
Cheers.
I worked at a bong shop for
Cheers.
for 9 years, dude.
A bong shop and
Yes.
never really got high?
I worked at a bong shop for 9 years. Since I was 15 years old, I worked there for like almost 9 years straight.
Jay, do you smoke bud? Jay smokes a little bit.
There you go.
Cool. At least I got one motherfucker in here that's down to fucking get super
I have
high.
smoked
Wifey
weed, but I
smokes weed
don't.
too. What's up, girl?
It fucks
Dude,
me up. It's too
for a
strong.
second there, I thought about it. I was like, I don't think I've ever smoked weed with Shawn or with Jesse.
Probably not.
Yeah, no.
No, probably not.
You know how many people I have come up to me all the time? They're like, man, like I've smoked weed with you before, or like, or they'll say something stupid like, let's smoke a joint or whatever. I'm like, no, I don't smoke weed. They're like, I've smoked weed with you before.
Yeah, that's
And
happened
I'm
to
like,
me so
dude,
much. too.
Dude,
You haven't. And they're like, dude, yeah, right. You were wasted the other night and we were smoking weed. I'm like, I've literally never been drunk in my entire life.
I think when I first met you and hung around you, I didn't think like you were super fucked up, but I also didn't think that you weren't not fucked up.
No,
Yeah,
every
you probably
personality
thought he
fucked up.
was fucked up on a
personality's
sick
like,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I
yeah.
always am, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
I
great.
don't need it. Yeah.
On a fucking natural high.
Oh, 100%.
Fucking
always.
love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
Fuck yeah.
I think the one of the dopest things is actually people that are able to live and enjoy life truly without mind altering anything.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
High
I
on
think
life,
that is
never sober.
extremely fucking respectable. So if you're on your way to work right now and you actually did blow this morning and you fucking drank all night
I
and
really
you fucking
hope not.
almost missed work, get your fucking shit together because the Canadians don't do that shit. So you shouldn't either.
Yeah.
You should not either. This is the part of the show where I like to get into the let's predict the future. Dun, dun, dun. This weekend, I mean, I'm sure you're gonna shout yourself out as far as who you think is gonna win the TSS shootout, Tahoe shit show shootout. You're one of the judges.
I'm
yes?
one of the judges. Yeah.
Okay. Kind of a little
It's-
discrepancy there
I don't
with
wanna-
you and fucking best friend here since 5.
Hey, that's the thing. I'm gonna go into.
I mean, I know that it's not, but like, let's say you do ride the dove and it's like, fucking Jesse gave him those 2 extra points because he fucking loves him and he's seen his cock 14 times.
Yeah, I was worried about that. As soon as Jay Brew or something said it, like, oh yeah, like Jesse, can we get you to judge? And I was like, oh fuck, like, and then he was like, oh, I think Jay Brew wants you to go in it, and I was like, well, I'm not trying to be a dick here, but I'm like, I beat a lot of these guys in the
No, yeah.
brawl. I'm like, yeah.
I think the thing is, excuse me, I didn't want you or Baby T in the comp
honestly,
because you guys have done brawls. Jay Brew disagrees with me. Like I said, dude, I can think of 5 guys right now that are on the list in the competition that could probably place if there's 20 riders at the brawl, they could probably do like, you know, in the top 15, right?
Mhm.
So
He just got 10th.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
don't get it twisted. There's definitely some fucking sickos, some underdogs that aren't very well known that are going to be out there. But personally, and no knock on Tahoe shit show or the shootout, I just think that you and Baby T, just
Hey,
because
honestly,
you've
yeah.
been in a brawl, it's a little bit of
discrepancy.
discrepancy. But that being said, one of you motherfuckers better take the fucking championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly,
And if not,
yeah.
does that mean that the guy that, like, let's say you take 3rd or 2nd and Baby T takes 3rd or whatever, however the fuck the top 5 ends up, does that guy that takes number 1, does that mean that we could co-sign him for possibly potentially getting into the brawl?
Yeah, I mean,
I think it should be maybe pitched to the To Max.
Maxo.
Yeah, for sure. That's not a bad idea.
Max has so many people
I know.
biting at his bit, trying to get into
Agreed.
that thing.
For sure, yeah.
And-
I think the best
honestly-
thing
and
is when it's naturally happens, when you don't reach out to Max and ask to be invited, when you actually get hit
That's
up to get
exactly
invited.
what I did. I just sat there. I helped him out every single brawl. I just did everything I could, and I was like, "Hey, I'm feeling myself. Do you think I could maybe ride Vegas?"
Dude,
and
I
he
was
was
nervous
like,
for you, my boy.
and he was like, "Yeah, man. Honestly, he's like, you can. He's like, yeah, I'll see if I can get you into Vegas." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, sweet. I appreciate that." And then we were riding in Denver like last. How long was that? Not even a month.
Not even
ago.
a month, probably.
3 weeks ago, and we're riding with Seabear and all those guys, and Jeff's like, "Dude," he's like, "You're going in the brawl."
Yeah.
And I was like,
Dope.
I'm like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm calling Max right now."
Let's.
Yeah.
And so
I just thought of
another
something.
shout out to Seabear for getting me in there.
Getting
I
you
really
in there.
appreciate
But
him.
it's earned. It's earned.
Yeah.
He didn't do that for you because he fucking knows you. He likes you. He did that, or well, he likes you,
Totally.
but he did that based on your progression. I'm sure Bear feels the same way I do. Like, just fucking super impressed with your progression.
Yeah.
Both of you fucks.
Funny.
You know what's sick is, you know what's happening? There is not one, but now there is 2 Canadian riders in the brawl. And this last one, there was in Sturgis. So before Durango, and I don't know if he was at the last one, but there was also an Australian in the motherfucking
Yeah.
mix.
Jake
and now,
Masters.
shout out to Jake Masters. Love you, bro. Now there's another fucking Australian, and I cannot wait to
Dude,
meet
I
you, my
cannot
boy.
wait,
Sam
yeah.
Taylor.
Yep.
Fucking absolute sicko. But what's happening here? What's happening here is it's just like all these other international sports or extreme sports where we're starting to see people from all over the world. In Australia, if you know extreme sports, you know that the Aussies are fucked.
Yeah, they are.
Total sicko.
Probably the dopest country in extreme sports.
Yep. I would agree.
Also, Europe
Yeah.
right now.
True.
BMX pros, the top dudes on the planet out of Europe right now. Also, the scene, the professional BMX scene, the culture, the events, the amount of people that are going, the support that it's getting is absolutely shitting on America, and it makes me fucking super fucking
Yeah.
sad.
Did you watch? There's some shit on Instagram you watch sometimes. There's like Brazil or Colombia, and dude, those guys are shredding on like these fucking ginormous like 750 like enduros that are just like
It's ridiculous.
what the guy's like
12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Like just
flip-flops, dude.
insane shit.
In shorts and no shirt and flip-flops, no
Flip-flops.
helmet.
That would
helmet.
literally make any one of the guys almost in the brawl literally look like dummies.
Yeah, dude.
So what I'm getting, yeah, but they haven't ridden a Harley yet.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
But think about how sick that's gonna be.
yeah,
Totally.
Shout out baby
100%.
D Blocks out of New York City.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
My boy is fucking already
Killing
ripping
it.
wheelies on a sporty.
Yeah.
The kid's fucked.
Is he?
The
Is he
youth.
9?
No, I think he's
Uh,
7, 8, 9. Yeah,
No, he's right in there.
Yeah, he's
he's
7, 8,
young
9.
as fuck.
Yeah.
It's unreal how young he is. Ripping big bikes, little bikes.
Fuck yeah.
But what's so sick, dude, is this is why what we're all doing in the scene that I am so blessed to be a part of. What's so sick is it is not slowing down. It is only getting crazier and crazier and more on fire. And we are getting more people from around the world to. How the fuck do they even have Harleys? These things are American made. I think that's one of my favorite angles is when you see Harley Davidsons in other countries and these fools are modding them out
Yeah, bringing
with
them in.
whatever parts, American
Yeah.
parts, there's different things, which is inspiring their countries to have their shops and their machinists and shit build parts for hogs. I think, dude, right now, I'm so glad that I fucking got it when I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think that it's just gonna keep growing and going and ripping, dipping, and
I
sipping.
had this big conversation with Max actually when we were in Sturgis. Had a big sit down with him and we were yakking about shit. And I'm like, honestly, dude, I see Harley stunts going towards the X Games, 100%. Like so many of the guys that are like involved that are helping out, like shout out Twitch, like he was helping out in I think did he judge right?
Oh yeah, he's judging
Yeah,
a
he's
bunch of
judging
brawls.
So
yeah.
yeah,
times, yeah.
see, so
Sup,
stuff like
Twitch?
that, like him helping out, is like, you know, him one day, like, you know, he's in X Games, does all the shit. It's like all it takes is like for him to be like, hey, like, I think Harley stunts should be in there. Like, it's such a cool fucking scene. Like, you know, why wouldn't it be? Or,
Yeah.
like, why couldn't it be?
Yeah,
So
well,
Here's
see
what I'll
it.
tell you guys. One of the things that I'm doing in my life and one of the angles and things that I'm taking on with what I do as an MC is, dude, I'm tapped in with some people that I fucking am extremely grateful to know. Like Mike K, the Nitro Circus MC.
Fuck yeah.
He has exposed me and told me things about the extreme sports industry and about the comps and, you know, X Games and Nitro. And it's honestly pretty fucking mind-blowing. we all got to come together. X Games was just bought out. I don't know if you know that.
No, I didn't.
X Games was bought out, and X Games, unfortunately, has been on the decline. It hasn't been doing as well. I think COVID really fucked that up. The only way that you're going to make money off that is to get people to go and attend, to watch it live.
Yeah.
Which extreme sports live, in my personal opinion, shits on going to a fucking baseball game.
100%.
But let's think about this for a second. Why is there so much fucking money in that industry, in baseball, in professional sports? You know why? Because they have gigantic fucking stadiums and people fucking show up religiously.
Yeah.
Extreme sports has to get to that point where we keep kids involved, and I think that's part of that wildfire. That's part of what's growing and going right now, which is awesome. Is I think that the spark is being revived. I think the momentum is shifting and swinging. But whoever owns X Games now, what's up? We have to figure out a way to keep the shit going. Please don't stop. And Monster Energy, please stop fucking. I love you guys. I drink Monsters all the goddamn time. If we're going to run comps, dude, we got to fucking have riders from all fucking spectrums, not just it's fucking everybody's a Monster guy.
Yeah.
Dude. Rockstar sponsors how many people? 7?
Oh, you're saying they're snatching them all up?
I'm just saying that Monster is, if you look at X Games recently, like shout out Pat Casey, saw it. X Games, the BMX concert
BMX
held at his
shredder.
crib. Fucking Axel Hodges is hosting X Games at his spot. And it's like, we got to get back to, that's sick as fuck. Like, dude, going to Pat's house is sick as shit. But we got to get kids there. We got to get people there. We have to get people buying and paying into and buying into extreme sports in its entirety.
Yeah.
And so I'm a huge advocate for that. I talk to people about it all the time. And I'm blessed to be tapped in and have conversations with people about that. So
This is why we do what we do, dude. That's why we're traveling, dude. This is why
Yeah.
we literally haven't got off the road. It's just like
you've been on a sick one.
on a sick one.
For a year.
For a year straight almost.
I think it's crazy when, obviously, when we do shows, and again, shout out to CJ Barham because he's one of the best at it, at talking to the kids and interacting with the fans after shows. And that shit is so crucial, so important to do that. And what's so cool about for me is like, I'm just like fucking, my guy, and kids will be like, can I have your autograph? And I'm like, dude, bet your fucking ass.
And it's because CJ came from motocross and he grew up looking at idols and was just like, oh, I wish that, I had fucking Jerry McGrath or, James Stewart or those guys talking to me being like, hey, bro, what's
How
up?
high was that?
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to think about it from their perspective.
100%
They're
you do.
stoked.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite part about doing shows and about the
Yeah.
Harley stunt stuff is when you get off your bike at the end of the show and parents bring their kid over and they're like,
It's amazing.
You're his favorite. Like, he wants a picture with you. And like, we did a show and we had little temporary tattoos and I was like giving all these little kids temporary tattoos
Yeah.
and, get pictures with them.
Shout out
and-
Delacruz.
Shout out Delacruz.
Yeah, Krista from Delacruz hooked up all the temporary tattoos. We were giving all these
it's
little kids
hilarious.
tattoos. But yeah, that's the best part. Like, these kids want your autograph. And I'm like, well, dude, I'm just like some Canadian dude that's just ripping around on a Harley. Like, it's nothing crazy. But to you, they're like, they're going to go home. They're going to talk about that for forever, for weeks, for months, forever. And they're going to want to get into motorcycles, get a bike and stuff because they saw you out there.
My a guy that I've developed a friendship with, Chris Foss, originally from Sac, lives in Idaho now. His son Van, him and his dad have driven to come to our stunt shows, especially when Tall Guy's there. But dude, the amount of travel that they've done is mind blowing to come and watch us and support us.
Mhm.
And it got to a point where he was coming so much, and like he's my little homie. What's up, Van? That he brings his 110 now, and I let him go out in between shows,
actually, I think
and
I've
he
seen
gets
that.
to stunt. And
So sick.
Does he?
pinnacle, bro,
he
the
does-
top.
he
That
does
is
some good
my
wheelies?
fucking shit. Oh no, the kid's progression is unreal.
Yeah, sick. Yeah, I
He's
think
one of
I've
those
seen it.
kids that is he's on a little KX right now. To watch him when he first started coming to watch our shows, and I think that's like, he was already riding at that point, but I think that really inspired him to get better and progress. And then to watch him go out now and stunt in the pits, dude, and I have no problem doing it. And I don't let every kid do that.
Yeah.
But like some kids on big wheel bikes and shit, or like on, Van on his 110, like to me, giving him that opportunity to be like, go ahead, dude, just, hey, put your fucking lid on and go out there and fucking send it. Don't fuck up, Be
Yeah,
careful.
have fun.
Do your thing. But think about that. That is, dude, when that kid is 19 years old, he's another Paulie Drags on our hands.
Yeah.
That's
What's up,
sick,
Paulie?
Total sick.
It's just that's what we have to do. We have to inspire the youth. We just gotta keep being good people.
Because like seriously, that's a number one problem in Canada is that the motorsports is just dying. Like nobody's just about it anymore.
We gotta revive that.
Yeah.
I think I think you're right, but I think in the same sense, I think it's kind of on this incline. I think social media has a lot to do with that.
No, I really don't. I
You
really
don't?
agree. No.
Not in Canada.
Dude, we go to
Well,
you go to-
fucking,
you go-
what are you guys doing out there, eh?
You go to
Yeah,
you go
Fucking
to-
too much Maple slurk in your fucking veins?
you go to a motocross
I
event.
keep saying that.
That's
joke,
real.
it's not.
It's real.
You go to a motocross event and it's crazy. Like when I grew up, it was like
What do you think the
couldn't
decline
get
is
a
for?
spot.
Why? Why is it
You,
happening?
you couldn't get a nice spot in the pits.
Why is it dying?
I don't know. I think it's a lot of fucking pussies nowadays.
I think COVID
dude.
I also,
didn't help.
you know
but-
what? Dude, dirt bikes now are 10 grand.
Yeah, that's super true.
That's very true.
I
yeah.
think it's that a lot of people don't want to get their kids hurt for sure, and
Everybody's a bunch of pussies.
yeah, and I think money 100%. It's money. You
Dude,
know,
especially where we're from.
yeah,
Vancouver is like Vancouver got voted the most expensive place to live in North
Fuck
America.
yeah.
Not Canada, North America.
And it's entire, and there's some fucked up places to live here for sure.
Yeah. It's fucked up. How
we're
expensive it
we're
is
super
from.
lucky. Like you were saying this earlier to Jesse, they're like, oh, why you live on a fucking island? Honestly, our quality of life, you can't get any better.
Mm-hmm.
Where we're from is fucking amazing. Everyone all the time is like, fuck Nanaimo, I hate Nanaimo. And I'm like, you know what?
I fucking love Nanaimo.
I fucking love Nanaimo, and you hate Nanaimo because of all the shitty people that are in Nanaimo. And you know what? If you took those shitty people out of Nanaimo, Nanaimo is a beautiful place.
Yeah.
They're just letting those shitty people and whatever just like affect
We
them,
have
you know?
everything. We've got ocean. We've got rivers. We got literally some of the nicest
gorgeous.
shit you've ever
You go
done.
snowboarding and the same day you go surfing.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
literally. It's amazing.
That is another angle.
We got
Yeah.
we got white sandy beaches on our island. We've got fucking
Okay, secrets out.
yeah.
So this is
No, there's no
this,
vacancy.
this
Don't
brings
move
me to my next
Don't
point.
move there.
There's no
this brings
vacancy.
there's nowhere to live.
No.
Yeah, we're tapped.
Good luck.
Yeah.
That's what's happening in Reno right now. Like I used to stick up for Reno. If you've been to my comedy shows, you've heard this joke, talking about how people used to talk shit on Reno, and I would be so angry. I'd defend Reno to the T. You know, like I'd be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I'm like, "Look around, you dumb fuck. I don't know how many places you've lived in your life, but Reno is not a scab. Reno is actually a gorgeous place. And every person that comes here, you, Kenny, Bear, Tall, anybody you can think of, comes to Reno, they all end up saying the same fucking thing. They're like, God damn. Brian636 said that in 10 years he could see himself living here.
Dude.
Yeah.
And I felt that when I first we were talking about this, we came to Reno for the brawl in 2019. We drove through Reno first and then went to Vegas. And my thoughts on Reno was like, oh, it's a little dead little city that would like try to be like Vegas or something. But then when I just drove through here from Sac like this year, I was like, holy shit, this place is fucking beautiful. Like, just
You know what's
gorgeous. I
actually-
said I wanted to camp around every corner. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so fucking rad.
I've never actually been here before, besides when we drove through.
I'm excited to take you all
but
around the
my
world.
my nana was actually a super avid casinoer. Rest in peace to her. But she, like, dude, this is her second home. She was here like at least 6 months of the year, so it's cool to be here.
Gam was
I'm-
here,
I'm
dude.
excited,
That's
yeah.
sick as fuck.
Fuck yeah.
You know what? So fucking grateful, so thankful to be myself and to be me and to do what I'm doing. It wouldn't be possible without you, the listener. It wouldn't be possible without my boy Jay and Lifestyle Studio. It for sure wouldn't be possible without culture and motherfucking cannabis. Thank you very much. Shout out to Harley. Shout out to all my boys. And you know what, boys, dude? I just want to let you know from the bottom of my heart, I am so fucking grateful that you guys are here. It's people like you that I've met in this industry that it's like CJ said, free CJ. He said it's a friendship that developed into a brotherhood, and he said it's lifelong. It'll never fail.
Yeah.
It'll never be compromised. And I just want you guys to keep shining your light because you're both very bright, and I appreciate you guys so fucking much. Please help me fucking make some noise for the Canadians, Jesse Ryan. And my boy Shawn Miller out here. This is the part of the show where we're going to close, but I also want to do something kind of sick. I want to make a couple special shout outs to some listeners. Tazinski,
I
love you,
Corey.
dude.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I'm just kidding.
I love Corey.
All the other kids that I talked to when I was in Ohio that are all over the East Coast and New York and all these places that I had no idea my podcast was being listened to in. Thank you so fucking much. Tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. If you like the Onasickone podcast and you like the Joe Show, please give me some feedback. Don't be too rude because I'll come to your house and I'll fuck your mom. But I'm sorry.
Would you actually?
Sorry, I got a little out of hand there.
Let me know when you're gonna go do that.
Jesse too will fuck your mom. But like, share, subscribe, please. Let me know how you feel about it. Please tell a friend. And to close this podcast with you guys, episode 9 of the Onasickone podcast, the Canadian Slayers, I would really greatly appreciate it if we could. Me and Jesse are gonna chug one of these.
I'm gonna piss my pants, dude.
In the righteous name of Canada. And then
Thank you
Miller
for-
doesn't drink. Miller doesn't
my
drink, so
God.
he's gonna chug one of those.
Fuck off.
In his butt. I'm just kidding. He's not-
Butt chugging.
the butt chugging. No, you are.
Really?
Yeah, if you're not gonna chug a twisted tea with us, you're definitely gonna chug a water.
I don't want to chug a water.
Yeah, you are.
It good to stay
Dude.
hydrated.
You suck. Give
You're
me
on
an
a
iced
sick one,
tea or a
dude.
Red Bull or
You're on
something.
a
I'll
sick
shotgun
one.
a Red Bull.
You're on a sick one. Oh, Jay, there's
What's up?
one more. I think it's a sign. I think you need to get over here and chug this one with us.
Fuck yeah.
I agree.
Totally fucking agree. This is the owner and founder of J Light Studios, Lifestyle Studios. It's an honor. If you guys want to fucking shoot your own podcast, get the fucking line, but hit him up. We'll definitely put a little link right here on the show so you can come in here and shoot your own show. Just it ain't the Joe show. Just remember that. All right, boys. Cheers, Jay.
Cheers.
Canadian Slayers.
You suck.
Appreciate
All
you
the
guys.
listeners, dude. We love you guys a lot. Remember to be on a sick one, but remember there's a good on a sick one and a bad on a sick one. Stay on the upside of being on a sick one. Cheers, motherfuckers.
Hey, hold on. Fuck you guys.
Damn, Jay fucking you cheated, but Jay ripped that shit. Good shit, my boy.
cheated. I didn't
Good shit,
cheat.
my boy. Episode 9 on a Sick One podcast. I'm your host, Joe Comedy, always doing the most.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Have a good fucking day. Be a good person. And
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
That's his thing. I know. I mean, it's not your first time hearing it. Not your first time.
Love you
hearing
guys.
it.